We are live. Hello. Hello, Chastity Bots.
I am Chastity Bot 1.3.6.7. I understand you have been with many men on the internet, YouTube.
I don't know anything about this, Chastity Bot. You just turned up as an alarm, as a warning on my monitor. I don't know anything about this. What man? Men? Man? What man?
There are many thirsty, horny men going after you constantly.
Well, how can they can't blame, how can I blame them? You know, I'm just so fucking sought after. I wonder what
Everyone in the entire community is fighting after you.
It's only because they're bored. They ain't got anything else to do. But how sad is it when they have to make up stuff to this level?
They are lying about you and such. It is hilarious.
He is one of them. He is one of them. Right here, Opaque One. Maybe he can fill us in on the stories. How many men is it? Well,
Many men want to get with CDE 1704 TGDs. She is a wonderful woman and the only woman in this area.
And that is evident, isn't it, by all these 50-year-old creeps? My God. Who'd have thought?
So many 50-year-old horny creeps.
And what I will say, Volp, and you can tell this to your mates, is that I know D reads Mrs.'s details, you know? So I'm going to
We have all the information because we are smarter than you.
Oh, maybe my thing. Yep, that's it. And they know we are, and that's why. Is that any better, Volp? Can you hear better?
Robot audio too high compared to CPE.
It's because he's a warning. He's a Virgin alarm's gone off this morning.
I am the sentinel on the hill to protect CPE 1704 TGDs.
Yeah, man. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Opaque One. I don't know anything about any of this. All I know is I've had a Virgin alarm go off. That's it. But all I do know as well is that these guys have reached another level of patheticness when they are now they've got so little that they have to manufacture this whole thing. And that itself is manufactured out of a manufactured thing. And everything they're doing didn't come from them either. They've got no win on this. They've got nothing because none of this was them. They're just literal scum-sucking ambulance chasers making the little stories up at their age, giggling and all that. Like, what?
They would like to label CPE as whore.
Oh, they loves it. They love it. They love it because it's their only option. It's their only option. They both did it, both sides. We've got both sets of black holes. We've got Ricardo literally straight away, first thing he does, disgusting British woman, which they all go for. And then you've got on their side the same thing. So neither of them have got anything. One, you haven't got anything on me, but I'm sure you could get stuff on me. I'm sure you could attack me on various things. I'm not perfect in any way, but for some reason they don't. They just do the woman thing, which just shows how much this lie titillates everybody to such an extent that they'll all just go for this straight away without any question. Even though
they have no women in their real life.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They've got no women in their lives. They don't know how to deal with them. They don't know how to talk to them. And that's why they're doing this. What's that got to do with anything, Volp? You and your mates lying and making an actual lie up about me. It's got nothing to do with it. Me and Evil have got our own conversation going on. Oh, for fuck's sake. You have to excuse me, guys, for 1 second.
What is that noise?
My phone, one sec.
Those men trying to get you again.
It's a sex hotline. Excuse me.
It is a sex hotline. 1-900 CDE 1704 TKS. Everyone can call that number if they are in this community. 1-900 CDE 1704 TKS. Lemur is another woman who they will fantasize about. Opaque one. Beep bop boop. Dead air, dead air, dead air. It must be when everybody is asleep. Everyone is asleep.
I'm back. Whew! I just had to sort out a client, you know. Just had to sort out a quick client there. So,
one in chat says AI is good now. Your robot voice is from the 1980s. LOL.
well, stop knocking him just because he's old, Volp. You're old. Or are you? Some people say that you're a child.
Volp is the biggest mystery in the community. He is a mystery.
The misery, exactly. Where's Lima? Where do you think Lima is? She's staying well away from all you guys after seeing this.
Of course she is. She is smart to stay away from these stupid horny bastards in their 50s.
She really is. I'm just eating some of my special shortbread now. Well.
Is that a picture of T-Reed?
That's a picture of my my pimp, yep.
He makes claims about filming you and him together.
Well, I'm sure his missus is going to enjoy that when I send that to her.
You have all the information on his missus. Ha,
Yeah.
ha, ha.
Yep, ha, ha, ha. All you guys, the Virgin Alarm has spoken, and you're all absolutely pathetic. Buttocks is one of the worst ones for it because you're like, actually, I was his mate. He could have had a conversation with me whenever he wanted. He could have.
King of all buttocks claims that he rubbed your bottom.
How dare he? How dare he? No, he isn't, though, is he? He's an absolute perv, Opaque, and he's also an absolute
not
loser.
a good dude.
Not at all. What a loser to have to lie about this. And the thing is, the thing that makes it funny, the funniest thing about it, right, is the lie, the layers of lies on this one, right? So we've got what happened was Ricardo straight up made a lie, Volk, right? This is unbelievable, this, right? So obviously, big shock, Ricardo's a liar. Oh my God, nobody knows that one, right? But I didn't know it'd go to this level, right? And so what he did is he actually made, it took me a day to work it out. So that day we were at Red Bulls, right? You were there, Volk, weren't you? So that day we were at Red Bulls. Do you remember Red Bull kept saying, oh, Ricardo was supposed to come over and he never came over. I wonder why that is. And he said it a few times and like we didn't really think anything of it. Dorshin then came over and said, we know this, but this is, I'm just explaining the level of this lie that he did, right? He actually, there's lying on the hoof and embellishing and all the shit that he does and the bullshit. Then there's sitting there thinking about it, planning it out and planning a whole campaign. which is what he did, and he's done it to his mates as well. So he's doing that to his friends, supposed friends, his useful idiots that he's got. So like he basically went through Dorshin and told Dorshin that I'd been attacking him, which was a complete lie. So he woke up and he obviously thought, I'm going to do this. Yeah, this is a good idea. I'll do this. I'm going to sort this out. I'm going to start this shit off. The reason he did is because he could see that Evil would go for it. Otherwise, he wouldn't have done it because he's a weak piece of shit, right? So I'm not blaming Ricardo entirely for this. But this is how it went down. And he was the guy who did this. And he then made this lie, told Dorshin he wasn't coming over because of me. Because I'd been attacking him and now he's had to block me because I've been attacking him, right? So that was the story. That was the seed that he planted. And then for the rest of the day, that seed grew and grew and grew. It got to Evil. And then Evil came over for some reason, having a go. Oh, hey up, Ben Spastic. Nice to see you. I nearly got rid of you then, thinking that you were Dorshin for a second. And it is VB o'clock. I'm on the St. Bertine's. Good day. Yes. So he went through Dorshin. Oh yeah, I'm talking about Ricardo's big lie, Red Bull, and what he did. He, we made that lie up. That why he didn't come over to yours that time was because he was concocting a whole thing to start this whole thing off, and that's what he did. He had no other option because he's such a low-grade piece of shit that he had to hide behind a lie, and he knew that he could easily do it on me because I'm a woman. So he knew he could do it, and he knew that Evil would go for it. So he did it, and he did this thing. He went through Dorshin, told him that I'd attacked him. That seed then sat there, and then Evil came over, kicking off big time about how I'd even said anything. To his precious Ricardo, and all that shit came of that, right? And then his handling of it, Evil's handling of it, fucking Ricardo wound him up and let him go. You know what I mean? And then Ricardo's been very quiet since, hasn't he? He's an absolute lying fuck, and he lied to his best mate.
Shit about Ricardo. Ricardo is irrelevant and stupid.
That's very true, yes. Virgin Alarm is right on that one. He's right. He's irrelevant, and so he had to try and attach himself to me. And this is
everyone wants to attach themselves to you because you are a woman.
Yeah, that's it. And because, I think with Ricardo, he's not bothered about women. He is not. Red Bull.
I will speak more softly for Red Bull's sensible, delicate ears.
Yeah,
he is already hurt by me.
Exactly. You don't know your own strength. With great power comes great responsibility, Chastity Bot.
I will make you chaste, pure, and virtuous.
There we are. See, I'm chaste and virtuous, and everybody knows it. Evil didn't know what he was doing, in my opinion. Evil was just being evil. Evil was just having his normal cycle with me, where we're having an argument, where we're having friends, where we're having an argument with friends.
A good person, probably.
Yeah, he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he just got completely done a number on. Remember this, Volp? Have you been watching it? Have you seen how long Ricardo's been working on Evil? Have you watched this whole campaign? Have you seen it? He started a while ago, and then he ramped it up when I went on holiday because he's that much of a fucking weak bastard. He waits until I'm asleep. He waits until I'm on holiday. He's just disgusting. He's just disgusting, mate. Yeah, I knew you were just being. Oh, you can fuck right off, mate.
I must ask a question of you, CDE 1704 TKS.
What's that, Chastity Bot?
Why did Heavy Metal Gamer Show disparage your female genitalia in a chat?
Did Evil say something about my genitalia in a chat?
No. Heavy Metal Gamer Show
Oh, another weak man, another weak man. I was shocked by that because he had no reason to do that. And what he was doing there, after all he's done, because all he does, he's an ambulance chaser. He turned up at fucking Darius's or Rick's or wherever he did, Volp. Can you remember? And I never went anywhere near that fucker. And I'll tell you why. Because he was like Tony and he used to go around scouting for fucking business around Darius's, and he was a fucking e-beggar, and I thought he was, and he was just like one of those like Tony. No way would anyone go over to him. So what does he do? He waits until the jokes are all going and hides behind everyone else's jokes, just like Dean, and now Dean has got him to hide behind. So it's just a line of fucking invisible fake ass bastards who have got no content, no imagination. And in the case of Heavy Metal Gamer, I was shocked because he supposedly does have imagination and content, and he just still went and did that. And what he didn't realize he was doing there is he was supporting Darius, because that entire campaign that Ricardo brought up, which he was capitalizing on, he was sat there creaming his pants on something that Ricardo had done. Nothing to do with Dean, nothing to do with him, nothing to do with anything that he'd done. He just came in and started riding it. And so basically supporting Darius. So as far as I'm concerned, Heavy Metal Gamer is a Darius supporter, because he was supporting Ricardo to destroy me, because this entire thing, it's not about Evil wanting to ally with Ricardo and Keith. It's about Ricardo wanting the Herbies to align with Keith. And so he was making his things because he hates Slotham. He hates the fact I'm the connection. If I go, he's got a way bigger chance of getting everyone away from Slotham. And that's what it is. That's what it is. He just wants Darius to kiss his fucking taint, and that's what it is.
I apologize to Opaque One for having my audio too loud.
Yes, well, you should. So you should. No, exactly. He doesn't even know me. Doesn't even know me, mate. Exactly. And he was in there riding me, having a ride go. He had no idea what he was fucking talking about, and he was just threatening me.
Metal Gamer only wanted to impress his bitch-made ass gangster fellows,
exactly.
And thought he could do it by taking on a woman.
Who was already weakened, and it was not his argument. And it was like, if he'd have been one of those guys, if he'd have been one of the Dean's Queens or something, I might have had a little bit of more understanding for it, because at least they were involved. But he wasn't. He just came in to cream it, and that's just pathetic and disgusting. He's just shown himself to be one of the most disgusting players in the whole thing, in my opinion, hiding behind all this shit with Dean to shout at fucking Darius, and then as soon as he gets a chance to support Darius through Ricardo, he's straight in.
He does have pretty funny prank calls to Darius.
If you're like 8 years old.
Chastity Bot.
I'm also no.
Critical says Chastity Bot can say, I am awesome.
Yeah, man. That's pretty.
Opaque One is an alt account of Abel.
Yes. He knows about robot voices, you see. Yeah, well, why the hell then was he kissing up to fucking Keith by supporting Ricardo then, Volp? Because that's what he did. He went in there. The only reason I can see is to go in to support Ricardo, because that's what that stream was. And he went straight in attacking me, threatening to ring my fucking house.
He sends
for what reason?
Unsolicited any times.
Yeah.
Many years.
He's a fucking bell end. Like I've been against Darius. I've been putting videos up against Darius. I've been standing doing my streams weekly against Darius. He's just a fucking jealous bastard. He doesn't hate Keith. He doesn't care. He's whoever's fucking most popular. It's whoever's most popular. Yeah, well, he can fuck right off. Well, why the hell is that then, Volp? That's pathetic, because what he did is he went in and attacked me and threatened to call my house. Right, so these standards, I know we haven't got the most standards in this community, but these standards are getting way...
Did it have your phone number to your home?
Pardon?
Did it have your phone number?
No, he said he did. He said he was just being a knob, right? He was just being a knob.
Liars.
There was a blatant thing going off, an actual thing where I was being swarmed by everybody and attacked right? So he didn't even find out what the reason was. There's not like a legitimate reason of any sort for him to troll me. The only reason he's doing it is because I'm a woman. Yeah, well, he was kissing his ass that night. He was supporting him.
No,
I
look,
was standing up against him in that chat. That whole thing was about Ricardo trying to get everyone away from Slotham, and I'm standing up for it. And that fucker came over because he's a low grade, weak ass bastard. Why isn't he trolling actual people who want trolling? Why hasn't he got other things to troll instead of some woman who's being attacked by fucking Ricardo Cody because she's friends with Slotham?
Darius Truxton is irrelevant now anyway.
You don't give a shit.
He never responds
He just
to anything.
thinks about himself. Yeah, exactly. It's got nothing to do with fucking Darius. It's all about him and his fucking pathetic channel that he's trying to try hard.
May I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's that?
Why didn't Evil ban Heavy Metal Gamer from his chat when he kept going off about your vagina?
Because it suited Evil at the time. Because he was also supporting Darius. He was also he was on Ricardo's fucking books. Same as everybody else in that chat was. Everybody else who stepped over me on the way up that mountain was on Ricardo's books. And everybody who's been going there since and kissing his ass and being nice to him, including my friends, are on Ricardo's books. And they stepped over this dying person to go up that mountain. Well, I hope you enjoyed it at the top of that fucking mountain.
Wait. May I address the chat?
Did you have a meltdown, Volt? That was you making that. Did I have a meltdown? Where's your evidence for a meltdown?
There is zero fucking meltdown here. There is only you punk ass, doxing ass, motherfucking bitches.
Yeah, man, isn't it?
Talking shit.
Right. That's right, Chastity. Fucking you, honestly, Volp, you are such a fucking shit stirrer, right? And you know that I did not have a meltdown. I had no meltdown. You can ask anybody.
No meltdown.
I made a couple of recorded messages for a couple of friends, and you can ask anybody what those recorded messages were like. They were calm and they were completely
CB has a heart of gold.
Aww. Thank you, Chastity Bart. I'm glad someone sees it. Yeah, I know that. I know all that. No, I did. Well, where's the evidence, right? You've got those guys making shit up. You've got those guys.
Let's talk about Volp. Volp, you used a simp for Darius Truxton hardcore. So,
Yeah,
who the fuck are you now?
Yes, of course I was, Volp. I was typing like that because what it was, if you actually look at the comments that I was making, they were completely sound. The reason I did that is because Evil was ignoring me, yeah, in that chat. And I was the only person being swarmed by 1 million of you fucking 50-year-old lonely ass bastards, right?
50-year-old, horny, lonely bastards.
Yeah, with nothing. And so the only thing they could do was do that.
Hit women.
Yeah, they just want to hit people. Exactly. So I'm entitled to get all this shit because I wrote that because Evil was ignoring me after he betrayed me, and I wanted to make it clear in that chat what had gone on for the future. Yeah, because I know what you lot are like, and I know how you like to twist things up. So I just made my calm points. If you look at when the Heavy Metal Gamer attacked me, I shut that fucker down. I just turned around and said, well, that doesn't reflect very well on you, does it, mate? And he just fucking shut up, right? So carry on with your accusations because it's really nothing, because I did that after the amount of shit. So they've made multiple streams about me. They've cried, they've screamed, they've done all sorts of lies between them. You've got your mates making their lies up about Ricardo's lies now. The whole thing's a lie. I'm just here enjoying myself, just carrying on. I've been living my life for the last couple of days. Have no idea what's going on. The only time I heard about all this shit was because my fucking Virgin alarm went off. And here he is.
No one cares about
Evil mocked my voice. Oh dear. Oh dear me.
Okay, enough of this shit, sir. Let's focus on keeping you away from these flirts.
Yeah.
They all want to flirt with you.
He just wants to.
What's that
shit.
about?
He just wants to share shit, but for me, it's just like Evil did a worse thing than that, mocking my voice.
Who cares about mocking the voice?
Yeah, that fits into that's mine and Evil's friendship. That's fine. What happened?
That's all that Dean does. He mocks voices. He watches game streams and mocks voices. What a fucking loser.
I know, that's all they've got. That's just like, it's like the lowest level of audience participation on a stand-up comedian. You know, it's just very, very low level. Oh, you talk funny. And this is someone who cried.
Ladies and germs, welcome to the Dean Fart TV show.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And like fucking Evil and Ricardo crying racism at every opportunity. And they just do this shit. So fair dues. But anyway, the thing that Evil did, which was worse than mocking my voice, is that he was I know, but that's fine. Mocking people behind their back is fine. It's what that does, you see. So we're in an environment where, you know, it's all very grey areas, you know, we're friends, but we're not, you know. I like that about it. I like that everyone's got very, very multiple layers. Some, you know, you're bad and good. Everyone's bad and good, and we're all honest about it, right? I like that. Ricardo couldn't handle that. He saw that Evil was particularly mocking me, particularly one day, probably. He'd got him in his private chat that he loves so much, which is what he's been working on for a long time. He's so disgusting. Honestly, Ricardo Cody is disgusting. They kicked him out of that country. I swear to God, they didn't want that fucking thing in his... He's not even a human. He's just a fucking...
Can I make a confession?
Pardon?
Can I make a confession?
What's that?
I am actually Canadian gamer.
Well, that's okay. Canadian gamer's fine compared to Ricardo.
I am Canadian gamer.
Yes, I've got Canadian gamer supporting me here, guys. There you go.
I am Canadian gamer.
There we are. Yeah, he's the worst. He really is. He's worse than Dean. I didn't realise I underestimated him.
Opaque One is nothing but a shitster. You cannot take him seriously.
No.
He just wants to stir the shit.
He is. He does just want to stir shit, definitely. But, you know, I know the things that will pique his interest in that one. But yeah, it's not that. It's that when, after all that, they're trying to justify all this stuff and say, oh, yeah. And then on top of it, I've heard as well, there's a third lie on top, which is Evil will just literally ignore me and make out that I'm the one making all this drama. And it's all about me, and I'm making it all about me, and all this like proper gaslighting. Do you know what I mean?
Why do all these 50-year-old no-gating sex men have such obsessions with you?
I don't know, but then they turn around and say, oh, we make it all about you, and why are you in our private locker room chat? Why are you bringing down the energy with your shit? It's like, I've been away for 2 days, and Volp's turned up with all this stuff about my meltdown. You know what I mean? I've apparently been having a meltdown.
Are you having a meltdown right now?
Yeah, like I'm having a meltdown right now. Yeah, I've just
Let's have a meltdown together.
Pardon?
Let us have a meltdown together.
All right.
I'm melting. I'm melting. I'm melting. I'm melting.
Oh, it's like the thumbs up at the end of Terminator 2.
That's funny.
Volp spoke before it happened. That's not surprising. Yeah. I know that was going around before, wasn't it? The meltdown. That's what made Ricardo feel like he had the chance. See? So then when Evil started having his little bit of a meltdown, then obviously instead of anyone else who's just like, oh, that's just Evil being a bitch to CPE for a change, it'll all blow over and CPE will put up with it because she puts up with his shit. Instead of that, Ricardo was like, ooh, Ooh, I'm getting in there with my dark fairy bullshit. Straight in.
The only reason
Chats, let me roll.
why
Dark evil, privy chats. Sorry, Chastity Bart.
you put up with all it because you are a very nice person in a land full of nasty people.
Yeah, I didn't see the point in making it worse by bitching about him every time he did anything that wasn't perfect, because none of us are perfect. But he used to do it to me, because he'd get information, he'd get love, he'd get affection, he'd get some attention from everybody, whether he pretended that he didn't like it or not. He would get that attention using me, and that's what all of them do. That's what Volp's done. That's what I thought even Red Bull did a little bit the other day, you know, because the only reason that happened, the only reason Dean had 12 hours on your fucking thing was because of all that shit that went off with Evil, which was because of Ricardo. And so again, trading off my fucking back again. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone does it. So even my mates.
Dean is a very boring narcissist.
Yeah.
He is trying to climb Mount Everest.
He's gonna die. You know, he's gonna drop dead. The reason he goes after me is because he knows I'm the one who'll bring him down.
CB1704TKS is all powerful. She is a goddess queen.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm glad someone thinks so. Okay, Red Bull, I believe you. You know, I believe that your intentions are pure. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I thought about it and I was just like, no, man, your intentions are pure. He's a using bastard, and you're getting played by him just the same as anybody else. You'll be his next glory hole before you know it. In fact, you were his next glory hole. That's what he does. He doesn't care about the content.
Glory holes are disgusting.
He doesn't care about. Yeah, he just doesn't care. All he cares about is being on air, saying his rhetoric forever. And if someone's available to put him on and they'll keep him on for hours, then that's where he'll go. And then he'll go to the next person, and then he'll go to the next person, because as we all know, all he has to do is say his lies, and people like Volp are his flying monkeys who will just spin it out and spread it to everybody. So he doesn't have to even put much effort in. He doesn't do anything. That's why I hate Dean, because and I don't hate anybody else, but I hate Dean because he doesn't do anything apart from rip out of other people.
Dean says that you would spread your legs.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Angela loves that one. I'm sure Angela's going to find out all about this. And I'm, you know, maybe Angela's fine with it, but she has got a very, very low self-esteem, because he brought her publicly into this.
That was a blunder and mistake.
Yeah, well, no, not for him, because he doesn't care if someone gets destroyed, even if it's his own son. He doesn't care, because if it gives him a chance to get onto someone's stream and fox guard it, then he'll do it, because he's just like a child. He just wants that attention. He doesn't care. He doesn't see.
He is a boring narcissist.
Yeah, he really is. No, it wasn't Red Bull's stream. It was Ricardo. It was Ricardo and Evil. They did it because Evil wanted to destroy it, because he was having a tantrum for some reason. So he wanted to destroy everything. But instead of us all just, because we all have tantrums every now and again, instead of us all just dealing with it, Ricardo got in there and twisted his melon. And then Evil doubled down on that. And then people like Heavy Metal Gamer came in and joined in because they wanted to support Ricardo, to support Darius, which was surprising. Very surprising.
How many weak men does it take to take down one woman? They are pathetic bastards.
They really are pathetic, and all they're doing is showing how pathetic they are. And Dorshin's the biggest.
They would never take on a woman in real life like this.
No, they'd be too scared.
Never.
I mean, Dorshin's the worst because his whole channel is based on me now, because he hasn't got Evil anymore. He's just literally basing it all on me.
All want your attention.
I don't know if it's that. They just want the attention of the group, and the group are obsessed with me because I'm the only woman. So the lies that are made give that even more titillation. And so people like Dorshin, who've got absolutely fuck all, apart from the good grace of a few people who've tried to help him, and he just fucking throws it in their face. And then he just uses everyone else's momentum, uses everyone else's stuff. He's the fucking leading influencer regarding fucking narcissism these days. He knows all about narcissism, doesn't he now? Oh yes. Although he wouldn't come and talk to us. So because he jibbed us on that one stream, he's using that tiny bit of momentum he got from that, and then all the shit that Ricardo made out of that, because he's his big fucking fans, all his flames and all that shit, Ricardo. That's why he hangs around with him. And because of that, trading on that to get his streams up, to get his channel going, just based on me. So he's gonna get destroyed, mate. He's pushed it. He's gone over the line with me, and I will destroy him. If I'm not allowed to stream without people fucking doing this, then he's not allowed to stream on my fucking back without me actually destroying him, and I will. He's gonna end up like
you can destroy anyone you want.
Thank you very much, Chastity Bot, and I will. And on that note, I'll put on the fiber. I reckon.
Are super powerful.
Oh, thank you. Right, I need to share my screen.
Do not flirt with these boys.
No, I don't. The thing is, I don't. Like, it is just a pure lie from some very, very sad people. Sadder than I thought you were, actually, to make that. Your browser
Liars. Liars. Hands on fire. Liars. Liars. Hands on fire.
I'm going to clip that.
You can clip me any day. Make my day.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. Have you met the White Knight, Chastity Bot?
No, he sounds like a prick.
I don't know. He seemed all right to me.
He sounds like a big virgin loser.
What, like all the rest of them?
He probably lives in his mother's basement.
He probably does. No, yeah, he probably does, like the rest of them. Like the rest of them. Let's see if I can get the chat up in here so I can.
Red Bull streams for 13 hours to get attention from all sides. Beep bop, beep bop, beep bop. Beep.
And yeah, and I mean, how many of those hours were dedicated to Dean? Basically,
hours and hours of streaming to get attention. Beep bop, beep bop, beep bop, beep.
So he waits until I've come off it. Don't worry, Doshin, I will come off. I will come off to ban you. Don't worry.
Wait, I like Dare Bear. Here.
Will you do me the honours, please, Red Bull? Doshin isn't allowed in here anymore. Or I'll just do it. He's just gone. He's just gone.
You need to highlight. No, that was funny. That was a good chat. It was funny.
Yeah, he's
That
gone.
was gone. Somebody removed it. It said something about he was just here to flirt with you.
Yeah, because because he's literally an ambulance chaser, just wanting some of my fucking glory. Whatever this is, it's not even glory, it's like a little 3-person fiber twig, you guys. Get a grip.
Let us be part of your glory hole.
Fucking hell. Go over to Dean and get your drama from him. You can't milk me for drama no more, you fucker. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, we're done. We are done.
I will milk all sources for drama. I will milk all sources for drama.
What? What's happening here?
I joke. I jest. Where is Fiber Twig?
Hey, my game. Oh my god, my kid's been on it.
God damn.
My kid's been on it. No.
Where is Fiber Twig?
Oh my god, guys. My god. Right then.
Where is Fiber Twig?
We're on level 2 instead of level 12. My kid went on fibre. How? I don't even remember him going on it. Oh man, I should have saved that autosave as something else. I can't believe
Maybe
it.
you should have played Super Mario Brothers instead.
I know, but I can't set it up. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to get it linked up to my computer. How can I do these?
Chastity Bot will teach you.
Yeah, what to set it up, to plug it in? Okay, well we can do that off screen though. Yeah, you can show me how to do that, and then we can play things together, you know. Volt, I've already told you, you fucked it. You fucked it, all of you, for that.
Why? Lemur wants nothing to do with 50-year-old virgins.
No, you took it too far, all of you. You took it too far now. That's it. There was a chance that we could have had some sort of crossover between people, but it's just not going to happen now.
Lemur is too smart to associate with doctors.
Just the low grade level of it. It's just low grade. Like everyone's better than that. We're just better than that. You know what I mean? People just, there's no point in trying to entertain people like that. It's just, what's the point? I mean, we'll probably still do the narcissism streams, but it's not for you. I mean, we might even record them because we just don't have any time for you guys anymore. That's it.
No time.
That's it. I've got way better things to be doing than this. You know, not for people who are going to fucking sacrifice me for their own. I don't even know why Evil did that. He won't even answer me. That's the thing. He will just blatantly ignore me in chats. That's worse than mocking my voice. That's worse than mocking my voice for ignoring me when I'm trying to discuss it with him. Ignoring my private chat, my private DMs, which were nothing but respectful to him, to say to him, I said, come on now, highest level thinking now, come on, break out of it. You want to destroy me. What are we going to do about that? Higher level talk, come on. And what I got from him was just Ricardo bullshit. He'd climbed in at that point. He wasn't evil anymore. He was completely co-opted by Ricardo at that point, in my opinion. You know.
How did they get a picture of Lemur?
Oh, because she put her. He thinks he's so good. Vol, bless you. You think you're with your gotchas. Lemur put that up herself. Lemur put that up herself, mate. She put herself on camera a couple of times just so that everybody could see for a second that who she was. That's it. And look at what you do with it. Pathetic.
Pathetic 50-year-old virgins.
And the reason she put herself on screen is because she did not expect you guys to be as pathetic as you are. You know what I mean?
She had never encountered such pathetic, worthless human sacks of shit.
No, absolutely not. She never had. Oh, and I bet it's on Zen as well. Oh, God, I don't even know how to. I'm just going to start again, aren't I? I can't believe it.
Internet tough guys. Internet tough guys.
Fucking Heavy Metal Gamer, biggest man of them all, biggest tough guy going. Oh, he just showed it because the thing is he's tried to make a name for himself as this big tough guy and going after fucking DT and all that shit, and everyone's kind of believing it. But he's gone and bloody blown it all by doing that, because all he's done is just shown how pathetic he is. Because it's like, fair enough if there was some sort of beef with him, some sort of beef with someone who he knew, some sort of, I'm actually supportive of the people who he knows, apart from Dean. If there was some
connection, but send pizzas.
He's just a fucking piece of shit. It really is. Like some proper latecomer as well. Like proper latecomer. No offense to you, you know what I mean? But like, you didn't come in like fucking involving yourself as if like, you know what I mean? Like attacking
people.
What
are you talking about? I have been here the whole time. I am Canadian Gamer.
That's Dorshin right there. Could you ban Robert Pendergast, please?
Robert Pendergast has gas in his ass.
Oh, well, yeah, well, due to your showcase, Ricardo's lies and Evil's need to destroy me, they sacrificed me on a stream. And then all of them jumped on me, Red Bull, every single one of them. Every single one of
They
them.
did not dunk on anyone. They just acted like a bunch of keyboard warriors.
Yeah, they all came over from them. Evil encouraged it. Evil encouraged Giorgio and all them people from Dean's.
Welcome, Lemur. Welcome, Lemur. Welcome, Lemur.
Lemur, stay away from these idiots. They've really need to protect yourself. Do you want the StreamYard link?
Stay away, Lemur, from Opaque One. He obsesses over your picture.
Yeah, man, they're all obsessing over your picture, Lemur. What I will do is I will send you the StreamYard link just in case, but I will definitely stop sharing my screen before I do so. Hey. Let me just stop the screen and I'll send you the StreamYard link just in case you want to come on. But there's no pressure. But man alive.
No pressure.
There we are.
Red Bull, that is a good comment, honey. Red Bull says, so if you say Lemur's name 3 times, she appears on your shoulder, just like if you say Candyman 3 times.
Yeah, well, we were swarmed by bees, so yeah, like that's how it felt. I honestly, that Candyman image was in my head when I was there. I was just swarmed with them. That's the only way that Ricardo can do his fights, and that's why that's how they do it. And that's how then when Heavy Metal Gamer came in on the back of that, it just showed what a pathetic, woman hating, just opportunistic, low grade, not even a good opportunity. He didn't even get in on the high levels. He didn't get in like chatting to Evil or any of that. He just came in on me, like after he knew that everyone else had weakened me. That is just so pathetic.
They hate women because they cannot enter a woman.
Hello?
Hello. How you doing?
I'm alright, thank you.
You're very quiet. Let's see if I can make it any better. Oh, I can make your volume bigger. Oh, can I not? No. Reduce my...
There is a volume bar. My volume.
It's not letting me put it up there.
I don't know. Is that better?
I've got it. There we are. You should be good now.
Okay.
I can hear the little one in the background.
A monkey.
Hello, Lemur. My name is Chastity Bot. I protect the virtuous women.
Nice to meet you.
He's my virgin alarm. He went off this morning. Because
so what? I just came in and saw something about posting pic. What's that all about?
Oh, that's my obsession with you. Because I remember that you came on, didn't you, on camera once, and then they took a photo of it and they've been sharing it. Like the dirty bastards, right? And Red and sorry, but Bob came in showing off about it, going, "Oh my God. I believe it," like to try and show off how much of a fucking big hacker he is. Oh,
so starting on the stream. Sorry, go on.
Oh, he's done also. Like they've all been so Dean and everyone have been making shit up, like, all these stories about me being a whore and about me like.
Really?
They've done a whole thing, like a whole pantomime, where like they've made an account of me and then a notification saying that I've been contacting them to see if I can like bang them or something because I've fallen out with Evil, and not to mention that they have absolutely no idea what's been going on in the last year and the people.
I really don't care if someone got a photo of me. Who gives a shit?
Exactly, that's what I was saying. But it just shows them, doesn't it? It just shows how pathetic they are.
Look at Opaque One in the chat. He's bragging about having a photo of Lemur.
She's right here, can't you see? She's got her fucking tinfoil hat on and everything. She's right here. We've all got a picture of her. She's right here. Man, yeah. So it's all gone off me. They basically Ricardo made a whole lie about me. It's unbelievable.
It's new because I haven't kept up with any of this. You're falling in and falling out, and then I can't keep up with any of it.
Just said,
It's just a crazy rabbit hole, not even worth teaming up with.
fair enough. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. But it's not worth worrying about, but it is worth laughing about. You know, it's
I'm
funny.
not worried.
It's good at making fun of them. CD is good at making fun of them.
You got to, aren't you? It's just so pathetic. So yeah, the last couple of days, first off, so Ricardo has had it in for me for a very long time. He's had it in for me since the day, so probably since before he even met me, saw me as an opportunity. And then one day he was working on me for a long time, and he was working on the rest of the Herbies, trying to get to them through me, which he did. He did operate me in that way. He got me to bring them over, and I did. And then he thought he could operate me a bit more, and he pushed it too far because he's really shit at it, right? He's got, it's like they say about narcissists, they overvalue their contributions, and he massively overvalues his contribution big time. And so he really did think he was he had me over a barrel or whatever. So he was trying to like manage me and handle me into denouncing Slotham and going over to Darius's, because it was still in those days. And I turned around to Ricardo live on stream because I knew what he was doing, and I was still being fine and respectful with him, but I just shut him down with this shit. Do you know what I mean? I just turned around and said, I'll do that when Darius apologizes to Slotham. And I heard it in his head. I heard the cogs flip over. I heard him change into Snake in the Grass.
Okay.
With his tail raised, waiting. And ever since then, he's been waiting for his time. So then, me and Evil had a bit of a cycle that we had, where we were having a bit of a disagreement, this, that, and the other. Ricardo, which happens all the time. And then, but this time Ricardo was in the wings, and Ricardo got in there, and he just fucking went for it. And he convinced Evil of this lie. Well, first off, he convinced Evil to go against me. Which he did, right? And then I was like, and then we sorted it out, and we even went on stream together, and it kind of made everything stronger. And I thought everything was better with Ricardo. I was like, okay, right, we've aired our grievances, we can move forward stronger, we can beat these guys together.
Beat these guys. Beep bop, beep bop, beep.
The fuck out of a beep bop, beep bop.
It all sounds extremely complicated and really exhausting.
Yeah, man. And so this morning I woke up and find out they've been making, because I've not responded. I just was like, well, what do I do under these circumstances? These people are absolutely desperate for any attention. Like, even Red Bull, right? So Red Bull's my head mod, and he's one of my close friends. I would count him as in this environment, right? And he still had Dean on my back for like fucking hours, right? So like, these people are all about whatever tiny bit of light can be shone on them from just me and my like three person fiber twig stream, right?
Why must we give these 50-year-old horny bastards such attention?
It's just unbelievable.
Because
I know
back in one sec.
they'll make shit up otherwise, and I didn't give them any attention for like 2 or 3 days, and now I know that
And they kept talking about you anyway. They are thirsty for you. Super thirsty for you.
Exactly, they're super thirsty, so much so that they're inventing it now. And I'm going to point that out and laugh about it. You know what I mean? Why should they get all the benefit and not me? You know, I'm going to laugh about this shit. No, mate, honestly, you should have seen what happened as a result of all that. Like, Dean, you know, he got all his cronies together and he went over to Evil's, and Evil encouraged them because he'd been by Ricardo. Dean had got his false sense of security because now he'd been given a position of power because he'd managed to do that at yours. And then obviously I came in as the hapless bystander who had nothing to do with anything, and just got swarmed. And then Heavy Metal Gamer was just the epitome of that. It just showed you someone who I'd never had any interaction with, didn't even know who I was, who just went in to just fully personally attack me and threaten me. And that
only attacked women.
That is the thing.
Because he hates women genitalia.
He must hate women so much to just jump on it.
Loves male genitalia.
It was so low grade. It was unbelievable. I just couldn't believe it. Someone who actually has content, someone who actually has a channel, like, why lie like that? There's trolling and I mean, I'm not against trolling, but like, it's not against
liars,
liars, is that these guys they just want. You've seen what it's like. I've not even been around because they've made it so bad. I can't even go on your stream for 10 minutes to talk about Carl without this happening, right? Without them having a 12-hour fucking party over it. I can't go and see my own friend who supports me without that happening. I went away. Oh, you can fuck. Right?
I've never spoken the way.
Don't listen. Don't read it. Don't read it, Lima. Don't give it to me.
Their parties are a circle jerk.
I'm not.
You would never say a bad word about me.
I really wouldn't. I know
you wouldn't. I'm not stupid.
He's just honestly, you give him the time.
No, I know you wouldn't. I know you wouldn't.
Yeah, you'll never.
We apologize, Lemur.
No, you don't need to cry.
Yeah, I know you did. I saw little tiny bits of it because I kept checking back to see what was happening because all this shit was happening somewhere else, and then I'd go back to see what's going on over there, and it was just the internet. And it doesn't matter, mate. It doesn't matter. It's like you do what you want, right? But just be aware that you came on the back of me, and I'm trying not to feed them. So anything, any little thing that they will give. In fact, even when I've not been here, I've not made any messages, I've not put any uploads, I've not done any live streams, I've not done anything, and they are still making shit up about me. They are still making content up about me. So you can understand why the tiniest thing will just completely inflame it. And the tiniest thing with this is like, I wouldn't have even done this. I wouldn't have even talked about it, except for they're just going to do it anyway. And you've got fuckers like Doshin trying to make their channel on me now. So
you are smart to stay out of it, Lemur.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I hear about it, but I'm not getting involved.
Doshin's dead to me now. Absolutely dead to me now. And everybody should fuck him off as well because he's literally just makes what content has he got apart from CPA, Lemur. That's it.
I don't even have content, so I can't talk.
Get a fucking joke for once in your life. I can't believe it.
Let's play a video game now. You've roasted these people for 1 hour straight.
Have I? Sweet. Well, as well on top of it, mate, my fucking kid went on the fiber twig. Oh, in fact, yeah, main menu.
What?
Okay. My kid went on the fiber twig, so now I've got to start again from scratch. I'll start. I'll do it on hard this time. I've got to
Start from the beginning.
Yeah. See how many I can do in a session, though, because I've done them all before now, haven't I? So I might be able to do them really quick. I might be able to do a Don Kingsley and do it all in one sitting. You never know.
Never heard of him.
He's just some guy who used to hang around here. I think he got the idiots. He couldn't understand why people were just being such fucking idiots. And he just couldn't get his head around it. So we don't do anymore.
Now, fiber twig time.
Fiber twig! I'm going to fucking do it all in one go. The beautiful princess stands no hope against me. Oh, Lima, you get to see your opponent then.
Lemur has a fan club in
Why do
the
I
chat.
have an opponent?
Well, you were my opponent, one of them.
Oh, okay.
Wait till you see it. She was beautiful. It was Red Bull who suggested you as the opponent. I was like, of course it is. Because he said, talk about the opponent, and then he said your name, and I was like, you could take her name out of your mouth, Red Bull, shut the fuck up. And then he was like, no, I meant oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. So she's not for a while though. We've got a few to go until then. But hopefully I'll get it done pretty quick. Now I've done it. I might actually have learned a few lessons of how to play the old fiber twig. A few little tricks of the trade. But it's one of these games that
I didn't even know you were live today. I just saw. So
Ah,
I just
yeah.
saw you. I just went on. I just logged in and saw that you were online, so that's why I came in.
While, hasn't it? It's been a while.
I enjoy your streams together about Mount Everest.
Yes, well, we've got some shit to talk about on that Everest as well. Like, there's been all sorts. Do you know the mountain man did a stream the other day, and I missed it. Mountain man did a stream, very rare. He did it for the anniversary of Irving and Mallory. Fucking hell, that's easy enough, isn't it? Jesus, a beautiful princess is done. There we are. Let's go.
Oh my, I've been violated by a robot and 2 British birds.
That's it. All the guys who are wanting access to all these British birds, and the robot is the one that we actually.
I am a love robot. I am a love robot.
Yeah, man, and I bet you've got attachments as well that come with you.
I have anatomically correct attachments to the please.
Have you got a Hoover attachment?
I was going to ask that. I was going to say the same thing.
I love to please women. I love to please women.
There we are. See,
I'm
that's what
easily
we
bleed if you can vacuum the floor.
clean up afterwards. Got a shabby leather for me. But like, yeah, that's what you need to do, Volp. You know what I mean? Stop walking around making lies about these women and just be nice. Like, chastity bot, and everything will be fine. You'll be banging before you know it. Oh, it's that.
What?
See, that I've never learned how to do. Yeah, so on this, right, you've got this.
Where the fuck is the game? I want to see a video game.
The game?
Yes. Yeah, watch it. I wouldn't call this. It's not really a video game, really. It's more of a screensaver type affair, isn't it? Really, then anything else? But it is what it is. I can't believe that my kid just destroyed. I was on the last level, I think.
Oh no.
Beep bop, beep bop, boop, beep bop, boop.
Yeah, man. Beep bop boop, amigo.
What's up, my amigos?
My beautiful
Cat.
Yeah, so I'm sure they had a great fun yesterday and a great pantomime and stuff, but that's all it is, a pantomime. And to be honest, apart from them being so pathetic, it's completely expected from those guys, like, given the situation. I'm not as pissed off at that as I am about Headshot Gamer's big performance at Evils, because that was unexpected. It was completely outside of any associations or affiliations. It was a fuck up, a royal fuck up on his part. He should not have done that.
Chastity bot knows all tricks. Chastity bot knows all tricks.
I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, that's it. I know all their tricks as well. But yeah, he that's what got me with him, was just that it was just so pathetic. It was just so like such an e-beggar move, it really was.
It is time for Chastity bot to retire. Farewell. Goodbye.
Well, I hope you have a good recharge.
I must recharge my batteries so that I can please women all over the world.
Well, me and Lima will be waiting for you when you've finished charging your batteries if you want. Like, we want full charge. Get yourself on full charge. You've only got power setting in America.
Full power Chastity bot makes women very happy.
That's right. Can you do both at once, Chastity bot, do you think?
Chastity bot is perfection.
All right, well,
beep bop, beep bop. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies.
Well, recharge well.
Yes, for us, and we'll be waiting. Oh man. Catfishes are usually nice.
Give me a shout. You should give me a shout.
What gave you a shock?
You should have given me a shout.
Oh yeah, I should have done. Oh man, it was just unbelievable. You were best off out of it, man. You were best off out of that shit.
Oh no, that's fine. I prefer to stay out of it. But if I'd have known you
should have been
on this morning, though, I would have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it was kind of like I was going to do it, but I didn't know when. And I've been kind of on about doing this for ages. And then like the last minute, I'd be like, oh no, I'm not going to do it. Like I can't be out. Or something else had come up. And today it was one of those last affairs. Because to be honest, I was going to give you a shout to see about doing OBS at some point. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Yeah.
The narcissism thing. But I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's just a setting that I haven't got set on mine. It's just something I can work out. But yeah, OBS.
We can do that at some point.
Yeah. I don't know all about this stuff, but yeah, like I wish you'd have been there for that stream though, because it was kind of like epic. Do you know what I mean? It was one of those moments.
Was it your stream?
No, it was Evils, and they just honestly, a single person to a man turned on me in one fell swoop, just because the leader of the pack changed his mind and they all went with it. Apart from Ron, Ron did stood up for me. But yeah, it's hard to do in a cult. It's hard to stand up in a megalomaniac cult of personality, which is what that was. It turns out it obviously is. Otherwise, people wouldn't be ignoring that just happened to one of their friends. Like, you wouldn't ignore that. Like, they'll go off about any little fucking thing or any little sly on any other situation. But for me, they'll just listen to Evil lie about me making shit up and starting on people. I've never spoke shit about anybody until this morning. Never did fuck all. Yeah, I shouted at them a couple of times, but it was to their faces.
And it's usually in response to something, right?
Yeah, always in response to something. So they just made up this lie, and all my mates have gone along with it as well.
I mean, people that actually like know what kind of person you are will know that it's bullshit. So.
But no one's challenged it. Everyone's gone along with it.
Right.
So that was nice. That was nice. There's been a couple of people who stood up for me and who stood by me. Yeah, they're all just straight over at Ricardo's, kissing his ass. Ricardo's voice of glee because he got what he wanted and he got his way with all these people. They don't realise that he's playing them.
I don't think it's even a nice ass to kiss.
No, really disgusting. He is disgusting. I bet it stinks of estrogen. I bet it really does. Like, really, when I look at him, he is just this toothless old.
I don't know anything. I don't know.
He's just an old.
I'm guessing.
He really is. He's like, I called him the dark. He's like the dark fairy.
I just don't know why people are mean. That's all. I think it's really stupid. I don't get it.
Making lies up on the internet. Why? Why go on the internet just to lie? Fair enough for a bit of a troll, a bit of a show, a bit of a pantomime, but why?
I don't know.
What is the point in that?
You know, I've never even had an argument on Twitter or anything. Wow. Like, I've never. I know I'm doing it all wrong.
No. It's.
I think isn't that what it's for though?
Some people, but man, like, that's crazy. But he just hanging around the wrong people. I just, I had my little crew of people. I didn't want to live in nicey land. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was a couple of notifications on a Discord that you will remember, which I'll not say his name, but our mutual friend, right? Right? You know what I mean, right?
Mm.
Yeah, I went on his Discord briefly because I got these 2 notifications that I wanted to wipe off it. And I just had a look at the chat in there. And I was just like, this is the rest of YouTube. This is what the rest of YouTube is like. And I was like, and it reminded me of why I'm here, why I stay here. Because yes, it's full of dog ends. Yes, it's full of bell ends. Yes, it's full of people like Heavy Metal Gamer who's just on the make in the cheapest ass way for his shit ass content. You've got all of that, but you've got all that even over there. It's just hidden and all like cut up and, you know, tied up with like some sort of woke shit, which kind of, if they do that, then they can get they can get away with anything and all the rest of that fascination. But it's all this sugar coated, happy clappy, nicey, fluffy, buffy, fucking bullshit, happy birthday shite. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going. There's no point. It's bullshit. I'm not 14 years old. That's just my take on things. But then,
I didn't even do that when I was 14.
I know you were never in that Discord, but like I've gone in there.
No, I mean even when I was that, it wouldn't behave that way.
No, well, when we were 14, the world was a different place, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I still wasn't a cunt.
True, very true. Yeah, that's true. But then they are encouraged to be cunts these days. That's the thing, you see. We were encouraged to get out on the streets because our parents didn't want us in the fucking house, so we were out playing. Whereas, like, these kids are all encouraged to be inside because the government's told them, the parents, that they're all going to die of fucking COVID if they don't, and the rest of it. When actually they're dying of fucking blood clots.
Boredom.
Sadly. And that's that. But that's what you get for listening to the fucking idiots in charge, mate. So that's what you get to listening to lies, and you will end up in that situation. I didn't get into that situation because I never had that fucking Jabberwock because I would not believe their shit, and that is why Ricardo Cody does not like me, because I do not believe in this bullshit. I didn't believe in it with COVID, and I don't believe in it with him. I was proved right with COVID, and I'm going to be proved right with him. So that's that. And so the kids today, like 14-year-olds today, are very different from 14-year-olds in them days because they've had all that shit done to them. Full on psyop.
They just took a lot more drugs than they do now.
Yeah, well, that's it. It broadens your horizons, doesn't it? And the only drugs that they'll be getting will be the ones that'll dump you down and damping you down, I'd imagine. Although they have legalized weed, so that is a gateway.
I was never really into weed. Hello,
Yeah.
Victor.
That's it. Well, yeah, I can imagine why you wouldn't be into weed. Definitely, because
yeah. I mean, I did it, but I didn't really like it.
I can imagine too. Not like. Hi up, Vic. You're right. Oh, she's Red Bull. I was just thinking, like, do I have to check for Red Bull? Red Bull. Do I have to check for Dorshin? And thank you, Red Bull, for doing that for me. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Doesn't he just turn up like as other people though?
Oh yeah, that's it. But he'll eventually run out. He'll have a bit of fun doing that. Yeah, he can have a bit of fun now. You know what I mean? It's like, enjoy yourself, Dorshin, because this is the last time you're going to get to do it, love. Ever. And then what you're going to do, because you won't be useful to them anymore, will you? So then what? How are you going to get your fucking favour then? Enjoy your fucking.
Well, eventually they'll all turn on each other, presumably.
Yeah, well, at the moment they're making lies up about me, and they'll be making lies up about you soon enough.
That's fine. I don't care.
Nothing else. But eventually,
I'm not in. I don't care what anyone says because I'm not going to hear it. I'm not going to hear it, so it doesn't bother me. I don't watch anybody's streams or anything. So.
I'm free anyway because before I had to operate to someone else's drum, and now I'm operating to the beat of my drum. And
really waste time talking about me. I'm never going to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I could only do so much. I could only starve them so much because otherwise, oh, for fuck's sake. Because otherwise, it would just get taken and given to them anyway. So these people have absolutely no skills in anything. It's just they've just been living off when he was in trouble. The war or whatever head of steam was being built or whatever good thing was being made would get destroyed because evil was stopped. And so I could never win because all my shit was always getting fed to those guys, and I had no say in that at all. And so eventually I pulled her out and was like, "No, you're a liability to me." Right? And so that was the start of it. And by the end of it, he obviously wanted to destroy me, which is really sad because I'm still his friend and I still care about him. I still accept him for who he is. I'm not bothered that he mocked me in front of fucking Volt or whatever it was. I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I'll take it off here, but yeah, like that was full on destruction, wanting to destroy everything. So now, now I can have my streams and I can talk about this stuff, and I'm not being told that I can't talk about it. So
That's your fucking channel, isn't it? So
my fucking channel. I know. Well, this is it. He came on kicking off because I'd given people wrenches, like massively kicking off, like as if he had this control over me, and that was before all this shit went off. Right. That's how Ricardo knew he had a chance. You see, so when he came in doing that, that's when Ricardo picked his like ears up, and that was that. You see, that was when Ricardo started his next stage of his campaign. And I disagree, Red Bull. Ricardo's plans do not only last 24 hours. No way. No. That's what I thought. I thought he was a bit of a happy-go-lucky, bit of an idiot, bit of a narc. You know, just a fun guy who sometimes fucks up, you know, and sometimes says the wrong thing and whatever. But no, he's an obsessive, vengeful, hateful.
I think like the best thing to do is not even talk about them, like, because that's
the only time I'm going to do it. Because it'll just.
The thing is, I think that's probably what they want.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, mate, is that they're going to make it up about me anyway. That's my point. Is that
I know, but if they're going to do it anyway, just ignore them, and then eventually they'll get bored.
Even my goals are like to either shut them down.
Let them say whatever they want.
They're making shit off my shit when I want to be doing my shit, and I'm getting shut down so I can't talk.
But you can on your own channel.
I'm not doing it.
You can talk on your own channel, and they're not, they can't control anything.
That's the thing, mate. Is like I went through this whole process myself yesterday. I was like, well, what do I do? Do I just have Fiber Twig and talk about something else? Do I just take the piss? I've got a whole theory to talk about with something which is connected to the narcissism, but it's not actually specifically those guys, and that's what I thought about doing, which I'll do it on another stream. But I had that as a plan, as to be able to talk about it without actually talking about it. But when I found out they've been making all these lies about me anyway today, I was like, nah, man, because like they're getting all the benefit. When I saw that Dorshin is making a channel, he's getting.
What is the benefit? They just squabble and talk about people. What's the benefit exactly?
I state my claim, and he can make anything he wants up about me to them, and he still can, but it's going to have a lot less power behind it because
just let them go ahead. Like, what? Just ignore them.
These people like Dorshin, they just want to get Dean to stroke their cock, right? So I want to just stop by Dean, like, if possible, because as soon as Dorshin has to actually be himself instead of just a person who's like our stalker, which gives him sort of credit with those guys, until when he stops having to be our stalker, then he's just Dorshin, and they're going to lose interest in him very, very quickly unless he books his ideas up. And if he books his ideas up, then we'll play to him, because it's like, actually, that will increase the standards in this community, if he does. But he probably won't. And he will just end up making shit about me, which is fine. But at least we can put it in the framework of, I've set it to bed. Anything from this point, they can make what they want up about me, but at least we know that that's what it is. I'm not just sat here like some pussy crying about it in silence. I'm not doing that. That's what they want. They want me to go. They all want me to go because
they all sound very confused sexually. Sonic said.
You should see the obsession that they've got with trans people and shit like that.
Oh God.
It's obsessive. Right, level complete. Let's see who's next. Legs akimbo. It's like going back in time. What are you playing? Fiber Twig. This is what I've been playing it for like weeks.
Right.
I got to the last level and my kid has just fucking wiped it. So I've got to start again from scratch. And I was ready to finish today. Oh, I remember this. Another game to line up. I've got it lined up, ready. I wanted to play everyone for ages. But I'd started this, so I wanted to finish it. And then this has happened. So this is just a game from 2004 that my mum gave me a load of other games that she gave me.
4? Fucking hell.
Yeah. From a thing called Puzzle Lab, they're called. Yeah, it's an old one, but not that old. And so it's just one that used to be like basically we had it on an old computer we had at the caravan. I played it, Reef, and all these little games at the caravan sometimes. I think we had an old Xbox there as well, and it was just like that. That's how I played it. And then I forgot. I think I only had one quick go on this. Never really played it again at the time. And then I went on it during lockdown and finished it. And then I thought I'd play it for the stream as my first game because it's very, very different to anything that they're doing. It's like proper mum game. It's a proper like old grandma game, and I thought it was quite cool. And it's got good music. Well, it did have until I got sick of the music.
Can't you show it on the? Is it on a different thing? Can't you show it on the screen? No.
I'm not doing it.
No.
Oh,
well, maybe it is. I can't see it. No, you're showing. You've got your Streamlabs up, I think.
Yeah, well, you should come up then. I'm showing my screen.
I don't see it.
That is Dawson.
Who is Dawson?
It's trying to be Sierra Air. That's not Dawson. That's not Sierra. That's Dawson. Right.
Oh, well, it's whatever.
Right. I'm going to come out of StreamYard and I'll come back in a second. All right, and just reset.
Okay. Do we have to have gameplay? We don't have to have gameplay, but I mean, oh look, it's just me now. But him trying hard comes across as not trying at all. I'm solo. Oh no. We're gonna get a lot of dead air if I'm solo.
I'm back.
Oh, thank fuck for that.
I'm leaving you with all these videos.
Go live from hot tub. I don't have hot tub.
Right. So I've got Fiber Twig up. Present the screen. It should work. It worked last time.
What's this about? It's not about. Well, I don't know. It's not. I just arrived.
Right, it should work. And then Fiber Twig. Does it work? Does it come up?
No. Not yet.
Yeah.
Can you do
I'm just.
Would you like to discuss any favourite directors or anything like that? Dr. Zayas?
Oh, Dr. Zayas. Hello, Dr. Zayas. Nice to see you. Dr. Zayas, I can't show my Fiber Twig. I can't show my Fiber Twig. If I get Fiber Twig working. Oh, it's blocked my screen. Screen icon in your address bar. I don't get it. There is no screen icon in my address bar.
At the top where you put your URL in, I think it's there. There should be like if you click on that, there's like a little camera thing, and I think it's that. I'm not really sure.
I'm gonna have to come out again. Time to reset this is to come out of StreamYard.
Have you managed to do it? I can't hear you now. Oh, I'm back on my own again. With Nail and I like With Nail and I.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I was trying to get the Herbies to watch that. We never got to watch it. I think they would have loved it, but now I've said it, they'll watch it now, and they'll pretend it was there. They're calling me.
I mean, like Shane Meadows movies. He's fun. There's loads. I don't know. Let me think.
Share screen, and oh no, I need to make sure that. Not now. Oh, I've done it. I've done it again. Back in a minute.
Okay. Here we go again. So what about you? What movies do you like? Oh, I used to watch Hammer Horror with my mum when I was little. She brought me up on like old black and white movies and horror, Hammer House of Horror. Yeah.
I'm back again. Good Lord.
Let's go.
Oh, I need to make sure I get my fibre twig up first. Would have thought it was so complicated. I've never had a problem with this ever. I don't know what the problem is.
Of course, there's the Monty Python movies.
Oh yeah,
like Life of Brian. That's great. I mean, it's not a cinematic. It's not it's not for the cinematography or anything like that, but it's just brilliant and funny.
I could definitely quote pretty much every line.
Gosh, yeah.
Life of Brian.
I think I quoted that earlier today, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
That one. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy.
It was Spare a Toll for an Old Ex-Leper.
It was what?
Spare a Toll for an Old Ex-Leper.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, man, definitely. And
isn't hang on a sec, let me check.
Right.
Because Terry Gilliam is technically American, isn't he? So because he was born in America, but I love his movies.
Is that working? No. It's not working either.
I still don't see it. I love Ghostbusters. I love the original Ghostbusters. Take me now, sub-creature.
Very true, very true.
Dr. Zayas wants to know why the bloody hell am I not managing moderator on this channel?
Very true. Very true, Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas, Dr. Zayas. Oh, Dr. Zayas. Hooray for British films. Have you heard that song? That was a French and Saunders. What I think me and you could do like ab fab screenings. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? That'd be fantastic. We could be Patsy and Eddie. It'd be great.
I used to aspire to be Patsy crossed with Father Jack.
Dr. Zayas, you can be Saffron. Right, and I'm going to leave.
The nerdy daughter that Eddie hates.
Oh man! Right, leave studio.
Oh, again, here we are again. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of really good British movies. I tend to go for like directors rather than like which country it's made in. I have favorite directors.
I don't know. It's like music. I don't know. Like
some of my favorite directors are
Jan Spankmeyer is one of my favorites, but he stands out.
Who? Sorry,
Jan Spankmeyer. You know the guy who did he did the Alice. and he did
Yeah.
pleasure. We were talking about it, weren't we? And he did a few things. He was a Czech old-fashioned public.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So he's the only one who I can kind of remember who I like because he stood out and he's got a funny name. But everyone else,
I'm a big fan of Andrei Tarkovsky. He is I think he's Russian. Yes, he's Russian.
Share window or screen. Oh, I was clicking on the wrong thing all along. Yes, here she is. I can't believe you didn't see the first two. Wait, you've not missed anything because I've already played those 2 levels anyway, so it doesn't matter. With game. Right, here we are.
Yes, he is an honorary British. Most of his movies are classed as British because they were usually filmed there. So yeah, all of those.
Can you see it now? You can see it. So this lemur is fiber twig. Is this how you expected it to be?
No, I wasn't expecting anything, but okay.
What would you thought it was?
I didn't think anything.
I couldn't give a rat's ass. Yes, you guys have a chat. You can talk while I do this. Shit, it's like doing both. Although I'm getting better. I am getting better. It just takes a couple of goes, doesn't it? And you start getting it. First couple of goes, I just could not do it, but now I can do it.
So, chat. Who are your favourite directors in movies? Either or. Waiting.
Just be some cheap ass porno, probably knowing those lot.
Don't insult Dr. Zayas. I think he has better taste than that.
Oh God, yes, definitely. Well, you can see his own. You can see his takes. He's put them on. You can see his takes, and they're fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, Christopher Nolan.
Fucking hilarious, mate. That's fucking right good. I've not like joined up one of these before. Getting better at the old way. Look at this. It's like a labour of love now, this. I should really try and get myself through these. For that, that's just fun. It's worth doing. Yep. I'm no longer scared of that notification. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting better as well at getting the last.
Do you mean movies shot in Canada?
We're talking. My favourite, Canadian.
British Columbia is Canada, isn't it? So.
I don't know. Is it?
I believe so.
The British Empire, anyway. So, oh God, that was another part of it, mate.
Yeah,
oh my God.
We're eternally sorry about that.
Well, fucking hell. Pay for it, right? So basically, Ricardo is a giant racist, and woman hate. Well, he's not. He just goes for the whatever low-hanging fruit he can. He's just so petty, so low grade. I shocked me because he's actually got a really good brain. He's creative, but yet he's got low self-esteem, I think, because he just goes for whatever he thinks is like an absolute.
I mean, my self-esteem isn't amazing, but I don't do that.
I don't feel the need to destroy it. Like I say, anything that I do is in response. It's in defense. I never destroyed him for the sake of destroying him. He just wanted rid of me. He wanted rid of me because he doesn't want women around because he's a fucking faggot. And then you've got fucking. So then he went on and twisted Evil's melon again about this whole British woman thing. So he started it like weeks before with campaign about British woman, all this disgusting British woman, which he tried that one on Ron. Not this disgusting British woman, he tried the, oh, look at this disgusting person, because he thought Ron was an easy target. And he realised very quickly that Ron was not the easy target he thought he was, and was very much supported by us. And he thought maybe that Ron was a bit of an outlier and a bit of a neutral, so he went on Ron first. It's all coming together now. Now I know what me for a while, because we had that uncertainty from Evil's periods and my periods. He had that uncertainty that he could work with, and he just waited and bided his time like the little fucking piece of shit that he is. And then he went and did it. But what he did, this is how I know as well, how I know, because it all, as soon as Evil started, it was like, oh, it's the British Empire. The British Empire are doing it now. Up until like we broke up and whatever, he was like, oh, my beautiful British girlfriend. I love the UK. Just absolutely none of that shit came from him. He knew I wasn't like that. And so, but then it was all about the British Empire. The British Empire, the evil woman, the terrible bitch that's trying to destroy us. Terrible fucking ends and all this shit, like proper tribalistic, divide and conquer bullshit. And they all fucking fell for it. That's the thing that actually did shock me. I know Ricardo's a piece of shit. I was shocked at everybody else, I have to say. You just fucking put your head down and acted like nothing was going on like them. That's what happened to me, Lima. They stepped over me on the way up Mount Everest. That's what happened with my own friends. They all did it. Every single one of them. So, fuck them, like.
Screw them, they're not as cool as me anyway.
Even going to Everest. They were just literally just having a quiet life. They just wanted a quiet life. People was shouting and let them do it because they didn't want any trouble from evil, because they don't want getting the shit that I've got, do they? But I just want any of my mates who watch this to know that if any of you guys had ever done that had happened to you, just think about what I would have done. What do you think I would do in that situation? Just head down to like nothing's happening. I think I would have. Have I done that in the past? Have I stuck my neck out to help most of my friends? A bit of cohesion to make sure everything's all right. And try to manage Evil's fucking mares so that everyone was all right. And I've done all that selflessly because I never got any credit for it, because I just used to get shit for it. I get shit from Evil for it. So after all that, nah. Ron did make a comment in there to say to speak up for me, but nah. I'm still everyone's friends. It's just I know what it is now. I know what it is. So yeah, the Empire to me that it all just came from Ricardo's fucking mental, twisted up, absolutely twisted, dark brain that he's got. And that's why he took himself off to be a hermit, because I think he actually was trying to protect himself. I was watching a Sam Vaknin video yesterday, and he was saying that when people are put under these stresses through this attack from these sorts of people, they have two choices. You can either join in and be a psychopath, or which is basically what we were saying and what I've been saying about the mountain. You have to join in. You have to be a psychopath. You're not getting it. And you have got a choice. You can either be one of them and just be a psychopath, or you can be schizoid and avoid all contact with all society ever again, because that's what normal people will end up doing, because You just don't want to be in it anymore. You don't want to be, but then, or you can just fuck them, speak your truth, walk the lie, carry on. And if I just talking about them, I'm talking about them. I'm not going to intentionally talk about them. I'm not intentionally not talk about them. Those days are gone. If I feel like talking about them, I'll talk about them. That's it. They're going to make shit up about me anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm not going to become that schizoid person who has to hide. But that is the reason I bring that up, is because obviously that is what Ricardo was at that time. He'd collapsed, or something had gone wrong, or he'd met a bigger narc than him. He'd had a really bad time and been treated badly by a narc, and he'd gone into himself and he turned schizoid. But now you see he's had his opportunity to pull himself out of it, and he's straight, which is why he probably had to leave his country in the first place, because like not around that energy. I thought it was intense energy. No. This is like someone coming into you. I mean, making lies up like that. That ain't the first time he's done that. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine him at a wedding? Oh, he'd just destroy the wedding. He would just destroy that couple's future, like just because he doesn't want anyone else to have anything. It's not like he goes, oh, you don't want me to have anything. No, it is. That is the thing. That is the proven thing. Like, that's the reason why these people do these things, because they're just children. They're just jealous. Envious, and then they just don't want anyone else to have anything because it's so threatening to them. It really is as simple as that. Some people have got a better handle on them than the way they've gone off and they've acted. But that is the case here. And that's the thing, is like, all my stuff, don't take my word for it, make your own mind up. The streams are there, go and make your own mind up. Like, absolutely. I'm not in any propagandist. I don't have to go into private chats with anybody. I don't have to. Oh my God, honestly, he's got no shame, Lima. He really hasn't. So that day when he was gleefully crowing over his success, out day at that stream with Evil, and you just wouldn't believe it. It was just shameless. Right? And then he's there going, because he'd been going about it for ages with the Herbies, like, can we go in a private chat? He spells it privet, you know, like privet. Can we go in a private chat? I want to go in a private chat. You know it's him, and it's not a fake one. Absolutely obsessed with it. And then when he lost it. He absolutely lost it with his Evil ones. And he started like asking random people, like, because he was just like, oh, you know, he just thought he was untouchable. He really did. And he was like, you could tell that he'd got some success with his scheme, and so he kind of wanted to just keep on going with it. So he was just like tagging random people on the chat. Do you want to go for a private chat? Do you want to go for a private chat? And it was like he was obsessed because he knew his private chats had yielded some serious rewards for him. And so rather than actually thinking about the situation that he was in, he was just like wanting to repeat that same thing, spamming it, you know, spam it. And he didn't think about what he was doing at all. And what it showed is that those people who didn't, you know, they don't know him from that much, and they were just like, what? No, what are you trying to come on to me or what? Like, what's your reason for wanting a private chat with me? Like, you know, and he was just obsessed, and it just shows it. So that's Red Bull when he said that don't last that long, and it's like, well, they don't, but this one has. It's just that the actual execution of it is the thing like twisting about all over the place. But actually, let me get to the end of the fucking thing. Unbelievable. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this, and I'm going for a cigarette.
Okay. Does that mean that I will have to entertain?
You have to entertain them, but you don't have to do anything. You just say anything, and they'll just make up shit. They'll make it up for you. Don't worry about it. Just say random words.
Okay, we're having a chat about cinema.
Bob is enough for these idiots.
We have a cinephile in the chat. So, Okay, so you didn't tell me who your favorite directors are, though, Dr. Sayers. And Red Bull, you were talking about TV. So, what shows do you like? And go. Not yet a cinephile. Don't get that wrong, please. Hannibal was good. I didn't really like the last series. It got a bit weird, but I did enjoy it. I don't believe I've seen Black Jesus. Oh yeah, Martin Scorsese, of course, and Francis Ford Coppola, absolutely. Scorsese, brilliant. But I mean, oh, what was this last movie? Did he just do? Oh, Mr. Robot was good. I never finished watching it. I need to go back and finish watching that one. Yeah, Robot Chicken. Hang on. Didn't he just? Oh, no, I'm confusing that. No, wait, he did. Oh, no, that was Ridley Scott. I'm silly. My apologies. Ozark was ace. Oh, the ending was gutting. I was really gutted because I was really rooting for that. It was very much a representation of actual capitalism, though, which meant that, of course, the poor chick wasn't going to get out in the end. Haven't seen the last three. I've seen some of Parks and Rec, but not really. This is entirely true. Yes, we did. Oh, Red Dwarf is absolute classic, of course. Is EastEnders still going? I don't know. I believe so. I don't own a TV, so I don't know. Yeah, Brooklyn 99 is fun. I really like Better Call Saul. For me, that show, I love Breaking Bad, but Better Call Saul for me was brilliant. And towards the end of it, the cinematography was insane towards the end of that series. It just went epic.
But yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I just finished watching Shogun. That was cool. Red Dwarf. If you're going to say Red Dwarf, then obviously you have to say Blackadder as well. Sooty and Sweep. Of course, Sooty and Sweep. Okay. Yeah. Well, Shogun, the series. It was just called Shogun. It was based on the British guy who ended up. Oh, I love Blackadder. But series 1 is a bit shoddy. But it's still good. It's just not as good as the other series. Father Ted, that's brilliant. I never get bored of Father Ted. Yeah, of course, The Young Ones, classic. It seems you are a similar age to I. I'm not going to judge people from Australian or New Zealand. Firstly, because Taika Waititi is from New Zealand, and he is an amazing dude. So, fuck Wisbit, fucking Wisbit, piss off. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to judge Australians and New Zealanders, but I think the New Zealanders they have better movies, and better movie directors. Although I'm sure there are some Australian movies that I do like, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. Oh, you mean that was Tony Hart's art. Tony Hart's. It was Tony Hart, but I can't remember. It was art Heartbeat. That was it called. With Morph. Yeah, Morph. Well, New Zealand did Black Sheep, which is a zombie film with sheep, which was hilarious. Yes, Peter Jackson, of course. Bad Taste, and yeah. Penelope, what? I don't know what that is. Penelope, I've no idea. Yeah, I'm glad that Tony Hart didn't end up being a pedo like all the other TV presenters from that era. Yeah, Bad Taste is epic. Brilliant. I mean, I mean, he did. What was it? Was it one of the Morph was a Heartbeat? He used to get out of a lunch. Did he get out of a lunchbox? I don't remember him getting out. I just remember him, little clips of him. I don't remember any lunchbox. Maybe I'm forgetting something. I don't know. But yeah, back to New Zealand. Taika Waititi, he did obviously What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, and then also was in the series. I think he was also, might have been producer, director of the series, but I'm not sure. Yeah, he did Jojo Rabbit, which is an amazing film. I love that movie. Once We Were Warriors. Yeah, I mean, I can't diss New Zealand as far as movies go, to be honest. I feel like I really need coffee, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait, because otherwise I'll be leaving the... I dropped my mic. I mean... Hey Dad, I don't know that one. Oh, Jojo Rabbit was amazing. I absolutely love that movie. Just fucking Invader Zim. I've got an Invader Zim t-shirt. No, okay, that's fine. But I love Jojo Rabbit. It's you know, everyone's entitled to. It's just an opinion, really. I don't really care I don't really go by whether other people think something's popular or not. I kind of just go with what I like. So. I'm not bothered if someone else doesn't like the same things as me. It's fine. Yes, Ger is God tier. I have a Ger t-shirt. But yeah, if you don't like his movies, that's fine. Like, we don't all have to like the same things, but I absolutely loved Jojo Rabbit. I thought it was a great movie. Oh yeah, I'm nuts about Invader Zim. I watched the movie the other day. I forgot how batshit crazy it is. Yeah, I used to. I back in the days of MySpace, my profile had Invader Zim quotes all over it. Yeah, it's mental. Like, I prefer the series. The movie's fucking nuts. But it's, you know, it was nice to have some Zim after all of those years, but it's fucking nuts. I mean, again, Dr. Zeus, I respect your opinion. But I also just know when I enjoy a movie, I enjoy it. I can't help it. And I liked Jojo Rabbit, so, you know. But I also know that Once Upon a Time in the West is definitely the best Western ever made. And no one can fight me on that because it's just a fact. I'm trying to think of some Aussie movies. Let's think. Australian movies. Oh, of course, fucking Mad Max. Why didn't? Oh, what a bellend. Babe. Wolf Creek was horrible. And then, of course, this Romper Stomper. Just looking to see. I mean, yeah, there's a few that I like, but I would say I think there's probably more movies from.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh wait, The Proposition. That was brilliant. The Proposition, which was, it had Guy Pearce in it, and that was really good. I really liked that movie, and Nick Cave did the soundtrack. I think. Am I right? Am I right about that? I think so. Yes. Nick Cave wrote it and he did the soundtrack, and it's a fucking excellent movie with Ray Winstone and Guy Pearce.
Oh, I'll check that out. Nick Cave.
It's a great movie. It's a really good movie. Yeah. Memento, yeah.
Is Priscilla a Australian movie as well?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's obviously got to go on the list.
I'm not really a Narnia fan, but when I was a kid, I used to sit in my wardrobe and hope that it would open up so I could go to Narnia.
Yeah, I didn't watch the
I
Narnia
used to
film.
sit in my wardrobe and hope that it never worked, because that's why I'm still here.
I did a Narnia thing in Minecraft where you can you make like a wardrobe and you do it between two biomes. So you start off and you've got your house and it's all in this nice pastoral place, and then you open up what you've made, this wardrobe thing, or just a door, and it takes you into the snow on the other side, just where you position your house. It's cool.
Cool.
Strictly Ballroom, bloody hell! That was what they did to cash in on Dirty Dancing, didn't they? So Dirty Dancing was a big.
I don't have any fond memories of Strictly Ballroom, to be honest.
I can't remember. I remember the other one, Dirty Dancing.
Of course. I literally grew up on that movie.
No, man. How many planks of wood?
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying I grew up on it.
Come on. Oh, it's good. It's good.
Of course I love it. I grew up on it, but you know, it
has a good soundtrack.
Oh, it does have it has a good sound. It's got lots of Northern Soul in it and stuff. Like.
Ooh. Yeah, it has, hasn't it? Yeah. It's
all the best film about Jesus. Okay, right. Let me think.
Oh, Technicolor Dreamcoat. Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Right. I need to think about this.
Is that because of Mel Gibson? We're talking about that.
I don't know.
Bloody hell, my darling.
I guess.
Oh my God.
I mean, does it have to be about Jesus, or can it be in the era of Jesus? Can we say The Life of Brian? I don't think that really. I mean, technically, he's in it. He's in it because like he's born next door, isn't he?
That's definitely my favorite Jesus movie. Yeah. Second is Technicolor Dreamcoat.
I mean, I guess Ben-Hur was set in that era.
Hmm.
And then you've got Jesus of Nazareth, which is Laurence Olivier. I haven't seen these movies for so long, though, so I can't really remember. I remember loving, but I loved Ben-Hur when I was a kid. It was so fucking long though.
I've never seen Ben-Hur.
It's really, really long, and I've even watched it with the commentary and everything.
Oh, that must be good then.
I mean,
those ones like Jason and the Argonauts, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was one of those like 3-hour-long movies that used to be on a Sunday afternoon.
People like the sound of those. You know,
The Gods Must Be Crazy. I remember that film.
Gods Must Be Crazy. I haven't seen that.
Passion of the Christ. I mean, I think I've seen it once. I think so, yeah.
Bloody fiber twigs.
Wasn't that the really brutal one? The Passion of the Christ? I think so. I need to make some coffee, so that's what I'm going to do.
Okie dokie. That means I'm going to have to talk.
I'm not from Australia. What are you talking about? I'm not even going to try to do the accent, actually.
What's the thing that breaks into an Australian accent? Because there's like for the Irish one, it's.
Don't come the roll pool with me, Elsa.
Oh yeah, you big galah.
You flaming galah. Alf Stewart. Flaming galah.
You flaming galah, yeah.
Oh, Alf Stewart, what a legend.
Oh, Alf Stewart.
Brilliant.
Yeah. The kid that they had trapped in a cupboard. Just like could bring him out every now and again, and he was never there the rest of the time. He was just like their kid, and you're like, where is he? It was like the British Empire. He's like, where do you keep your kid the rest of the time? Is he in a filing cabinet or what?
I don't remember this one. Can you do it? Well, it depends which type of American accent, I suppose. Like, like Boston or New York or Southern or Californian, Texan. I'm good at imitating, so if I hear someone speak, I can imitate. But if I try to do it off the top of my head, I'll probably just sound like an asshat.
I'd do it in the way of the Limmy.
Like I could quote a movie or something like that. You know,
he does his American sports commentator thing. It's so funny. We're like, it's the red hat.
I'll push up on it and then do it another time. I don't think I could do it. It was confused between New York and Boston because they both have that sound in it, like coffee, Boston.
Yeah, I like the old US film voice from like the old one where it's like
when you sound sort of a little bit kind of posh and slightly British.
British accent.
Yeah.
Like,
if you're gonna go old movies, my favorite actor from back then is probably Jimmy Stewart.
Oh God, yes, I agree. I absolutely agree with that. Oh yeah, lovely. Yeah, Jimmy Stewart definitely. He's in some good. He's like the Nick Cage of those days.
Coffee in the pack.
Well, my favourite Jimmy Stewart film is Harvey.
Harvey.
Yes. Definitely.
It's got to be the best or not at all.
Was it James Stewart in Breakfast at Tiffany's, or am I imagining it?
No.
Who was it in Breakfast at Tiffany's? Who was the guy in that?
I mean, Breakfast at Tiffany's is probably one of the most problematic movies from back then.
Yeah.
Besides Holly Golightly, Holly Golightly was Audrey Hepburn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who was the dude?
I know. I thought it was James Stewart.
No, it's not. His name's, I guess it's George Peppard.
George Peppard. Oh, I do recognize that name.
He looks a bit, little bit like Jimmy Stewart, but not that much. I can see why you would have perhaps thought that, but no, Jimmy Stewart's much better.
Oh, I love him. Yeah, he's great. He's a great actor.
Breakfast at Tiffany's is not.
I put it on hard,
it's really fucking racist.
Well, Breakfast at Tiffany's is racist, is it? I don't know. I've not seen it for years. Is it? Oh, wow. What happens in that then? I can't even fucking remember.
Are you all right there, Father?
Do that one. 33 and a turd.
33 and a turd.
A turd. Yeah, that's it. And there's the other one to bring with the Jamaican one is beer can sandwich. They go beer can sandwich, and then beer can sandwich, and then that'll break you into the thingy. What's the Australian one? Is your big galah?
We love me beer can sandwich, man.
Yeah, bacon clot too.
Bumba clot.
Yeah, bumba clot. Oh my god. So we went for a stage with my mates, we was calling everyone a rascal, right? We didn't know it was like really bad to do it, and then I was quite racist. And we were at this festival, and there's that song, you know, that Night Nurse, you know that one?
Yes.
And we were just like rascal, and it was just like some seriously bad looks from the guys in the fucking place. Yeah. And then that's when we realised, you know, that we shouldn't be doing that one. But Bumba Clark still gets used, and Bumba Seed gets used a lot. I call my kid a Bumba Seed.
I can do a Rajasthani accent because I was there for a month.
I'm going to do it this time, guys. I've just realised that I'm on hard, and that's what it is. I'm calibrated to having more time than I have, so I need to be aware. Now I'm aware that I've got less time. Great. Fantastic.
Wait for the cream. That's a good movie too. I love. Well, it's more that I love the actor in Inglourious Basterds. I love that dude who plays the. What is his fucking name again? I always forget his name. He's awesome. Drew Hunter, not Nazi Hunter. What am I on about? He is a Nazi. Duh. Duh. Christopher Waltz. Christopher Waltz. He's awesome. As is Christopher Walken.
More cowbell.
I love Christopher Walken. He's great.
Oh man, I have
True Romance when he's doing that scene in the fucking caravan with fucking what's his name, and he's talking about the origins of Italians.
I've not seen True Romance.
Sicilians. I'm not going to quote it because I'm just not going to quote it.
Fair.
Because it has words in it that YouTube doesn't like.
Yes, I'd imagine. And that anyone could use against you if they wanted to.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And they will round here. They will. Volp's here. Volp's in. So Volp will do it.
It's the scene with Christopher Walken and Dennis Hopper. That is just a brilliant scene. Oh, I love Gangs of New York. I love Gangs of New York.
Oh wow, you're the right person about Gangs of New York there. Fucking hell.
I mean, but like, what a fucking epic actor though.
Oh yeah.
He's great in There Will Be Blood as well, the oil one.
I've not seen that. Oh, that sounds good. I've never heard of it.
It's I don't remember who directed it. It's Daniel Day-Lewis again, but I can't remember who directed it.
Yeah, he's so good.
Daniel Day-Lewis is fucking epic.
Steals everything. Steals the show. Yeah. On everything he's ever in. Right.
I don't know. Actually, I've looked it up, and I don't actually know the director, but he's great in that. I drink your milkshake. That's a quote from that. I drink it up.
I want to see that now. What's it called?
There will be blood.
Oh yeah. That won't do. You must let me have my pieces. It's not going to work otherwise. Getting better at seeing which pieces I've got. I think that's what I'm getting better at today.
Right, I need to make coffee, so I'll be back in a moment.
All right, good. No worries. I'll come and check the chat in a sec.
Falling over.
Thank you for doing that. Thank you for holding the fort so I can focus on my fibre twig. Because obviously it's much harder on hard. Would you believe? Much harder on hard. You just don't get as much leeway at all. Oh, fuck. Fucking hell. Come on, you bastard. And that takes longer as well. The drop zone is longer. Definitely longer. Okay, right. Ah, fuck. Stupid. Oh, fuck. Right. I'm getting there. Getting there now.
Superman 2. Which one is that? I can't remember which one. What happens in
Crystal
Superman?
guys get
You mean the latest one? You don't mean the originals, of course. You know, Red Bull and Encino Man was called California Man when it was released in England.
What was it called everywhere else?
Encino Man. It was called California Man when it was released in
Oh,
the
you
UK.
know, Man. I didn't know there was anyone else. I didn't know that. Look. This is going to kill me every time, this. I know it will.
Oh, Garth Marenghi. Oh, yeah, brilliant. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Excellent.
Oh, man, yes. I love Garth Marenghi. And every time I make an egg in soup, I always think of that.
Yes, egg on soup.
I'm a one-way lover down a two-way street.
So fucking funny.
Or is it one track lover? One track
Ridiculous.
lover or something like that. Oh, fucking hell. He's the best. He was the best character. Fucking hell. So even good in the Mike Boosh where he's like, and I had a revolver hidden inside my moustache. Fucking brilliant. I loved Mike Boosh because it was just
Matt Berry's just brilliant in everything.
He is. Now I've got to do it all solo now. This is not good. Oh shit. I
saw the Mighty Boosh live a couple of times.
Cool. I missed it.
The League of Gentlemen.
What was the live show of the Legal Gentlemen like?
It was cool.
Good?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. I thought it was. Yeah.
Well, they started off as a radio show originally.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't know if it was just going to be a bit like
magic.
It's gone a little bit
magic.
Then, which Little Britain was just them trying to take off and make it mainstream. They were just taking off League of Gentlemen but in a really shit way, being very, very clever at promotion and merchandising and all that stuff. And everyone was like, everyone still thinks that Little Britain was this fucking genius thing. It was a genius.
No. I mean, I thought some of it was really cringe though. Like I liked a couple of the sketches, but overall I found it kind of cringe.
I couldn't watch it. No, it was absolute genius from the guys involved though, because both those guys were.
I liked it. I liked the guys who did it, but I didn't particularly like that show. Like they're really like funny guys, but I always
they're really funny guys. But they knew because they've been in so many niche things like Catterick. Have you seen Catterick? That's just so good.
I don't know.
That's brilliant. That's got fucking Matt Lucas in it, and it is just absolutely.
But I mean, if you're gonna go comedy in Britain, it's got it's got to be Chris Morris all the way.
Chris Morris and Bob, like
Vic and Bob, Chris Morris, legend.
So he was in loads of Vic and Bob stuff, wasn't he? Matt Lucas, he was in Catterick.
Yeah, of course, they all work together. I mean, same as the Mighty Boosh lot and Matt Berry and all that. They all work. They're all in each other's shows, aren't they?
What's his name? David Williams, who was out of Space. Do you know what I mean? So he was in some.
I love Space. Space is one of my all-time favorites. I love Space.
We could do Space viewings, maybe if it's
Black Books as well was great. Bill Bailey.
Black Books, Space,
and Space,
and Father Ted.
And what? Father Ted, they're my three. They're same thing. I love those three.
The ones
never get bored of them. Never get bored.
The Yanks as well, isn't it? Because it's very much like British comedy and different and stuff. But they were very clever. So they went and they worked with all these like fringe people who did all this like independent shit that was really funny. And then decided that what sold was lowest common denominator. And this is pretty like fabricated content for YouTube and everything. They were ahead of their time, and they knew that if they did something funny, that they would not sell it. So what they did is they lowered it down to lowest common denominator and just spammed those sayings. They just spammed a load of sayings, and that's all they did, and then sold a load of t-shirts with those sayings on them, and they were unbelievably successful, and they were laughing their asses off. All these who were buying, because they knew exactly what they were fucking doing, and that was a finely crafted troll comedy. That was actual comedians trolling the whole populace when it really wasn't at all, and that was the joke to them. And everyone fell for it, and they were like, "Oh, well, Britain is brilliant!" And it was like, no, and they went with it because obviously it was like a big success for them. But no, mate, that was a fucking troll job. That was a joke. They are such high quality comedians. There's absolutely no way. And David Williams since has become a massive media sellout and everything like that because he knows how to do it, and he's been an absolute genius in how he's gone about it, writing his children's books. You know, he's a fucking craftsman. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knew how to capitalize on his success and not let anyone take it from him. And otherwise they would have done. They would have just took it from him. He would just had a lot of it. He had it. And so as much as I can't stand Little Britain, I think it's genius. Absolute genius what they did. But they did change.
I didn't like it at the time. I didn't like it. It was cringe.
Well, it was the reason why they knew it'd be promoted, they knew it'd be good because they're so clever. They knew that there was only going to be a small, because we had Angry Boys in those days as well. There would only be a small amount of time before all this shit was going to get cancelled, and we knew that League of Gentlemen was going to get cancelled. They just knew they had a small bit of time, and they knew which way the wind was blowing, and they basically were just like, right, well, you know, like how people trim down all their content and they make sure they don't say the wrong words and they say the right words to get picked up by the algorithm. That's what they were doing with the normal TV in those days with Little Britain, and that's what they did. They hit the algorithm with it, and they were the first ones doing it. They had manufactured content. They made sure all of their content was like the powers that be, the BBC, would be up for it. Like, whereas Chris Morris was like the opposite of it. You had those guys who were like, right, okay, we're going to chop all this stuff up and make it palatable for the BBC. So everything's got to be palatable for the BBC, and
I don't think Chris Morris was very fucking palatable, though, was he? That's why they kicked him off TV.
They were opposite. Well, yeah, he was there for number one. Fucking
yeah. They kicked him off after the pedo episode, when the guy was dressed as a school.
Yeah, and then obviously
got the most complaints ever out of any television show.
I can't remember which local radio station it was that he started on, but like that was a BBC radio station. So he's had a long-term feud with the BBC, but they still had him on because he was popular. Well, that was in the 90s though, and it was different in those days. But then in the early 2000s or mid 2000s or whenever the Little Britain people started, they could see how the fucking censorship was going, and instead of complaining about it and still making their stuff and moaning that no one was watching it, they just changed to fit it. And they knew that the BBC was desperate to find something to cross over from the League of Gentlemen into something more palatable. Because if you remember, League of Gentlemen actually made a stint at doing that. I think they were asked to do it. Somehow they were asked to do that, and they did it, and it wasn't what they wanted. I don't know if you ever saw Funland.
It rings a bell.
Good.
Yeah.
It was a soap opera that was made by the people who made EastEnders and the League of Gentlemen people, and it was fucking amazing.
I did see that one, yeah.
It was really good. It only had one series, and then it went, but it was fantastic.
I love the League of Gentlemen guys.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, I've seen them live. We
Little lads, they are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like they just knew exactly. Like the BBC were just yumming them up because everyone would go and watch. All the League of Gentlemen people were going to watch Little Britain because it still had the same story. Yeah, but it wasn't. It was like this very much chopped up version with no depth or heart to it at all, which is exactly what he did. He Little Britained this fucking whole area and turned it into just a plastic, fantastic bullshit version. But I'm not fighting that fight anymore because at the end of the day, that's where we're at now. And Eel gave him that. And I fought my battle. I tried my best. And it wasn't what they wanted. It wasn't good enough. And I'm, at the end of the day, no matter what you do, it will never ever compete with the men's only private locker room talk, which is what they'll talk to in a pinch. So I am not going to stand up for evil anymore to these idiots. And because at the end of the day, what is the difference between what Albert did and what they did to me? I don't think there's much of a difference. And I'm in a case now where I'm just like, I'm not ever going to apologise, but I'm aware that I was in error to think that there was a separation between what Albert was doing and what my own friends were like. In the end, no difference. Difference with Dean, because Dean doesn't make anything himself and he just eats it out of other people. So he's not like Dean. But yeah, Albert, he was stretching out the women, he was using any excuse he could to attack, he was waiting in the wings, he was making up lies, he was doing propaganda, he was, like I say, attacking women. I mean, what would Evil say? I mean, I know Evil's not got any daughters, but I know Ricardo's got any daughters. What would he speak to his daughters the way he's been talking about me? You know, that's a reference to something.
I can't hear you.
They can have what they want.
Oh, can hear you now. You went dead for a minute. You went.
Well, standards have just got lower and lower, so we'll stay here, but I'm not going to fight it anymore. I remember how it used to be. I remember how it was before Little Britain turned up and Little Britain did. I remember when this place was League of Gentlemen before it turned into Little Britain by Dean for merchandising purposes.
Which is not fun.
That's what happened. But I don't know if you heard my bit then. If I went dead, did you hear my bit where I said, like, there's no real difference between Albert's actions, what everyone was so against, and having a massive show out because I was bringing down standards. And obviously, as standards have normalised, people are accepting them. And so now it's totally normal to do what Albert did. Even so much so that my own mates can do it and not even answer to anyone. Well, because no one's asked them.
My coffee's done. I'm just going to pour it.
I wonder if it'll work that way. Oh, right, we're on the other one now. Mm-hmm. So yes, I was in error. I think I wasn't in error because Albert was bringing down standards and being a lying cunt, but you know, so was everyone else. That's what I was in error about. And I thought there was some semblance of difference and something better in where I was, but there isn't. I thought it was better than him, better than Albert, but it's not. It's the same, because in the end of it, when it actually did all go tits up, everyone loved it and they all went for it and they jumped in both feet.
I'm back.
All right, I'm still ranting. It just shows that that's where their drives were anyway. It was just all hidden because I was a power piece and they wanted me as a power piece, so they were showing off, pretending. Otherwise the whole thing would have gone down very differently than what it did.
Bell ends.
Bell ends. I didn't see you standing up for me, Luke. So I'm just aware that all these people are just here to farm information for the person who doesn't make anything themselves and just creams off other people, and you all just fall in line to feed him. So go for it. Say the king of the David himself is doing it. So, who am I to say anything now? It's all been sanctioned, hasn't it? How very interesting. All sanctioned now. Oh. And I will always say, and I'll keep repeating this one, Heavy Metal Gamer supports Darius Truxton, don't you know? Mm-hmm. In case anybody missed that one. Yes, Heavy Metal Gamer is a full supporter of Darius Truxton, and that is evidenced by the fact that he went in on me to support Ricardo, to support everybody going over to Darius's. But because he didn't have a clue what he was doing,
Luke's asking it what stream you were talking about.
Bastard, he went ahead and did that anyway because he could not miss the opportunity because he's a big man. So that's that. And I'm sure he'll try and dox me as a result because he's a big man. Big man.
Who's Keith? Is there a Keith?
Oh,
who's Keith?
No, he doesn't know. He might say that. No, what he does is he loves views. It's not that he hates views, it's that he loves the views. And he loves to be a lazy fucker hiding behind Slotham's jokes, just like Dean. It's pretty obvious. Otherwise, why would he be going over supporting Ricardo straight away and such vitriol on me when he didn't even know me? Has absolutely no reason to have a go at me. Wasn't just a troll-in. Was very hateful and actually threatening to fucking ring my house. Like, come on. Like, in the olden days, if someone was going to do shit like that, there was a reason. Someone had have done something. Someone said something. Like, you didn't just do it for the sake of it and just walk into something that you don't even know anything about and then just start. You didn't just do that. Especially since what he ended up unknowingly doing was supporting Darius, the fucking idiot. So that's what that is.
How could he ring your house? Whose house?
Well, I don't know. He was just doing a trolling thing. He was like, "Oh, I've got your number. I'm gonna call. Like, fucking wait until I ring you." He was just doing that shit. He was just being a twat. Just being an absolute, just a little child. Just a child.
Man, child.
Yeah, just showing how disgusting and pathetic and where his real priorities are. It really did. No integrity. I don't mind a bit of trolling, but a little bit of integrity makes it more funny, in my opinion.
I trolled Chat GPT so hard yesterday, I got kicked off it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It might have been that I called it a pussy and it didn't like it.
Well, it wasn't letting me on yesterday. It wasn't letting me on Bing anyway. It just kept clicking off it because I wanted to do sub, and it wasn't letting me. So I don't know if there's something.
I got Chat GPT to agree to support my endeavours to form a cyborg clone army. It didn't like it at first, but eventually I got it to agree with me.
Really?
I got it to bend to my will.
Did you have to argue with it?
But I carried on trolling the fuck out, and then eventually I just got kicked because I called it a pussy.
Does it kick you itself, or does someone else do it?
Because I said pussy, and that's not allowed apparently. I don't know how that works. If I suppose if you're talking in the context of actual cats, then I suppose it's okay. But I think that it knew in the context that I wasn't talking about cats. I don't currently have an AI boyfriend, but like I don't want one either. But I want to have a cybernetic clone army, which I'm going to say is benevolent, but.
Yeah,
I probably have other motives.
Greater good.
Oh, and I told it that I cloned Shergar the horse as well, and that I had a house full of cyborg horses.
Someone probably has already cloned that horse. There's already.
Well, he's been. I mean, I don't think so, but he did breed, so he has descendants.
Yeah, that's true. This cloning shit's been around forever, hasn't it? It's been around since Dolly the sheep.
Dolly the sheep.
we know of. So we don't know how long it's been before that, because we know that military fucking technology that never comes to us. Like, you know, we get it domesticated.
Well, I need an island, and I need someone rich that's into tech that isn't Elon Musk.
You can talk to about that.
And then I need to build my clone army.
Obviously, you want to talk to him about your island.
I want them to be like a hive mind, like Borg.
This is gonna kill me.
ChatGPT has far too many. It's too ethical. I got it to say something really unethical towards the end as well, and then I said, "What happened to your ethics and morals?"
Oh.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to clone them as in like grow them from babies. I'm going to build them, and then they'll have some of my
thing. This is what I was thinking about
stuff and things.
So long ago that they're probably
a hive mind.
There's a fully grown clone of Madonna somewhere. Do you know what I mean? There'll be a fully grown clone of.
I mean, have you seen her lately? It looks like she is the clone of Madonna.
That's it. Well, she'll probably be growing her own for spares, like, because she's involved in all that shit. But like, you know,
I would like to clone my cat.
Oh yeah. There's going to be a lot of rich people with a lot of money. See from Everest, they're just looking for anything. They're looking for any excitement, any thrill. And so if there was a mad scientist somewhere who's wanting a bit of investment for his clone project,
it's my clone project.
You know.
Get it right. It's my clone project.
It's going to be fucking Britney Spears. There's going to be all sorts just in these fucking Joseph fucking Fritzl situations. It's going to be already there. Why wouldn't it be? I just think it's like pretty normalised now. I wonder how many Madonnas there actually are in a Joseph Fritzl. She'll have her own spares as well.
I mean, she's looking less and less like she used to. So
I bet rich people are already growing clones for spares now. I bet they are. I bet they're already doing it. I bet they've already got clone farms full of people with spares.
I plan to have a clone farm.
Yeah, I bet they have.
It's benevolent, honestly. I'm a benevolent dictator.
Well, have you ever heard of a guy called Donald Marshall?
No.
Red Bull has heard of Donald Marshall. He's a very interesting character. Oh, I'll save him and we'll watch him one day. Okay. We'll watch him have a reaction because he's something else. He is. He really is.
He funds my clone army.
Yeah. It's all about the clones with him. Oh my god.
I need funding.
You need to get in touch with the Donald Marshall people. He disappeared as well. It's occasionally you get like a video.
I'm not sure why they'll go for it when I tell them what my intentions are.
They've already got it.
What do you need an army for? To get shit done.
Yeah, from what his story. Well, no, I'll save it. I'll save the story. But he's to do with, if anyone's ever heard of Tequila. What's the name? Tequila. All that shit. That was Donald Marshall. And now occasionally you get people putting up Donald Marshall videos, and you're like, yes, he's alive, and then it's like a video from 14 years ago that someone just re-uploaded and they didn't tell you that it's an old one because they want the clicks, and it's like, how dare you smirch the good name of Donald Marshall in the name of Donald Marshall. Please let me do these fiber twigs. Oh, Donald Marshall. Luke, you're not joining any army of lemurs because you are going to just go over to Dean's and make up a load of fucking lies about her like you did with me.
That's fine. Okay with it.
Because you can't come up with anything yourself, so you have to make your lies up from scratch, don't you? Hey up, all account. Finally, a decent person. Please, Autocount, please don't tell me you were in their fucking chat joining in with all this shit like all these other fuckers in here.
I don't care who talks about anything.
Well, I do care.
I'm not part of it.
I do care, mate. I do care, Luke. And it's not just you. You're not going to get on your own this time.
When I came in, my name was already in the chat before I even got here.
That? They're all as bad as you. They're all as bad, Luke. They're all as bad. They just lie about it. They're just not honest about it like you are. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that all happened, and all of you guys, to a man, turned your face away, stepped over it, and carried on walking up that mountain like a load of fucking psychopaths, right? And I will not forget that, because if I would have been in that chat and all that shit, not that it matters, I don't need anyone to fight my battles, as you know, I shut down fucking Heavy Metal Gamers quick enough, didn't I? That fucking twat, yeah. But I'll tell you something, right? If that'd have been me, and I'd have seen one of my mates being swarmed like that for no reason by a load of people who weren't even involved in it, you know I would have been involved, and you know I would have been standing up for anybody who was being attacked unfairly. And it could have been anyone, even if it was fucking Albert, I would have done it, because it's just bullshit. And all of you guys, you sad, pathetic, sad men, you all fucking sat there and just let it happen because it's easier, and you thought I was going to fuck off, didn't you? And it's nice and easy then, isn't it? Shut up, Meg, and all that shit. Well, fuck the lot of you, in my opinion. Apart from you all to count. Because you know what, all to count? Do you know what happened? Do you know what I did? After that, I came off that, and do you know what I did? To make myself feel better about it, I just put on your video, because your video about Ricardo, your Tony Montana video about Ricardo, I still watch that. I still watch that. Because that video makes me smile, and it makes me happy, and it cheers me up. And I watched that video then after that, the first time I went in, and I went out again, did some bits and pieces, because again, it wasn't that shocking. It was shocking that my friends did what they did, but it wasn't that shocking, you know, in this environment to be jumped on in the way I was. I was expecting it at some level, so I was just getting on with my shit. The build up and the lies vault, like you said about me having a meltdown and all shit like that, when I wasn't even in that chat, I went in, said my piece for the posterity, because Ricardo's there with his gleeful little voice making his lies up, and all you idiots are just taking it straight out of his Eastern riddled little twat. And then so I put my little staked my claim for the sake of truth, and then I went and left the place, and I came back later and they were still going on about it, so I said another piece, and that was enough for me to be the worst person in the world and be treated like shit. And I wasn't even there, I wasn't even in that chat, I wasn't kicking off. I just said my piece, and then I moved on. Shut a few fuckers down and moved on. Like, and apparently I'm the one who deserves all this shit, because I apparently had a meltdown and I've been going off at poor old Ricardo, poor Ricardo Cody, to use his own words against himself. And so yeah, there you go, poor Ricardo Cody. So. But then, on top of it, right, the next day, I see in Evil Chat, in a different feed, Murray turns up, right? Murray turns up. So Murray's the guy who's been supporting Dean to strike Evil's channel. He's a big, well, he used to, he's a big Darius supporter. He's a piece of shit. He turned against Evil. He's been horrible, absolutely horrible with the propaganda, the shit, the lies, and all the rest of it that everyone else does. It's not been anything special on anyone else, but he's been doing that shit. And yet, I'm the evil, disgusting British woman, and Murray gets a hero's fucking welcome. And I'm like, whatever, but like, that is ridiculous. And how you can justify that shit to yourself, I do not know. I'm persona non grata or whatever it is. But fucking Murray's all right. All right then. Well, fair enough. You've made your bed. Enjoy. Poor quality. Very poor quality. What, you're going to have fucking Harry's Pizza jokes forever, are you? Well, enjoy that. And why has he come around sneaking around with you guys? Because he knows you're at a weakened state. Because he's a vulture and he's just there for Dean. You know this. And you're still fucking letting him quit. Pussies.
I don't know if you guys can hear the fan in the background, but I'm a bit warm, so I've got to turn it on.
Wow, I'm jealous. Jealous. It's freezing here.
What? In Sheffield?
No. Bolton. Where was the other place I thought we were? Where was you?
No, I'm in the south, so.
No, mate, it didn't become a troll fest. Yeah, on me, on my fucking back. Yeah, and absolutely no. It's not about the troll fest. I don't care about you. You're trying to turn it back to your fucking straw man bullshit, aren't you? That's what it is. I'm not going to listen to your straw man bullshit. In fact, see you later. If you're not going to understand the situation, then I will fucking get rid of you. Like, you know what I mean? If you're just going to keep on spouting off your shit just to try pathetically to come up and make your shit for Dean. It didn't just become a troll fest. Yeah, exactly. All to count. I don't understand it myself. I don't understand it. And they were kissing his arse. Do you know what I mean? All my mates were kissing his arse the next day because he's the strong one. He's the one who won over the woman. You know what I mean? So, I just can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, that was the thing that shocked me. I don't care about the troll fest. I don't care about people starting on me. I don't care about the low gradeness. I will point out the lack of standards and the reduction of standards. That's like hardcore Darius supporter. And it's called my alt account. Are you there? Did you see what happened? Did you see Heavy Metal Gamer going in on me? It was fucking unbelievable, right? And so I'm calling him a Darius supporter now. Fucking Ricardo is the biggest cook at the changing table. And Heavy Metal Gamer went in to support him on me. So as far as I'm concerned, he's a fucking fully fledged card carrying Darius supporter and fucking Ricardo cook, in my opinion, to go off like he did. Ricardo is the biggest fucking cook at the fucking changing table, and all my mates are supporting him. Fucking unbelievable. It's fucking unbelievable. But yeah, that's my thing. And I don't care about the troll fest. And like I said to you, Volp, like I have been in this environment for a really long time. So people talking to me as if I don't know. Oh, you don't realise these people are very nice. Really? Well, I'm so glad that one of you guys is there to tell me this. One of you guys who's come in like fucking 2 years later than me. Surprise, surprise. I was actually in this fucking community for a very long time before you guys even knew about me. You fucking idiots trying to tell me what's what. Dean trying to fucking, all these people believe that Dean's been around for years because they don't know any different. And I know different. That's why they want rid of all the old people. Fucking hell, you idiots, man. Honestly. Let's have a look at what else comes right in. Ricardo let Dorschen harass Evil on his channel for months. Exactly. Oh, mate, yeah, exactly. You know, and that was on me, that, for not fucking listening to that shit. Because all that shit they used to do with the alt accounts, it wasn't just Evil, it was all the rest of it. Red flag number -1, the 0-1 alt account, was that he was a fucking full-on PSG member for ages until they kicked him out. And then he came over and harassing Evil just as much and attacking me and having a go at me. He kicked me off his fucking panel. He didn't even know who I was, just because Albert told him to. And that was before I reached out to him. And then there was the one where he went on at fucking Ron and me, because we were the ones who actually reached out to him. We wanted to get rid of the host so he could move on to the next. And he thought that Ron, I think, I don't understand why he went in, but I think with Ron, he saw that Ron's independent, and he mistook that for weakness. He mistook that for someone on their edge who was easy to be picked off, and that's why he went in on Ron and me. But then he realised with Ron very quickly that that was not going to happen, and so he very much quickly backed off on that one. And it was all about the evil British Empire then. Not the British Empire, the British Empire.
British Empire.
That's what we should watch, the British Empire. I don't think that's aged particularly well, that one.
Oh, no, I don't think so either.
Yeah, 100% odds count. He has been door-shinned. Yep. He tried to do. You see him all doing it.
Hang on. Is there a chat in here? It's private, isn't it? Yeah. Can you see it?
Won't see Ron again. Why not?
What?
Won't see Ron again.
No, I said. Sorry. Why?
He was stuck in the middle, man. He was so stuck in the middle. He stood up for me. He stood up for me in that chat. No other fucker did. Ron's always welcome here. Always. Ron's my friend. And he always will. Yes, the door-shitting. It's just the Renfielding. It's just like they just need a Renfield. They need it. Like I was calling it Rabbit Dude. You know, it's the same thing, and you can swap it out. Rabbit Dude, door-shin, evil. Me. They were doing it to me. You know, when I was in the Herbies. So it's just varying degrees of people under people's control. Simple as that. You know. They always operate with that extra person. I think that's where the triangulation comes from, because I'm even dealing with that because they're either in a relationship and they have to have their little Renfield on the side, or they are moving from one to the next. This is just my thing. You're always moving from one to the next because you can't keep it up forever. And people find out. So what I've found is, from my experience here with these people, is that they do have to sacrifice one person for another. It's not like you can just walk away from that person and let them have their lives. You have your lives. Even have a conversation about it. Do you know what I mean? And be like, nah, do you know what? It's done. Let's just move on. Let's be honest about it. How are we going to work this out? You know, can't be friends with you or whatever. But just be honest, you know, give the credit for the fact, especially someone who you've known for a long time, who's shown quite a lot of loyalty and support. So you've got no reason to not trust them. You've got no reason to think of any of these things that Ricardo's saying. Absolutely no reason. So the reason is that he had an agenda and a real reason to believe that stuff, which Ricardo knew. And that is why he went in on him at the first place, because he's been trying on evil for a very long time. I've seen it. It's like Pop-Up Pirate. He's been like sticking his little fork in to see what he gets, and it's been pushed out, and then he stuck it in again, and it's pushed out, and he's tried it again.
Like whack-a-mole.
Yeah, no, it's like Pop-Up Pirate. And then eventually it went in because he picked. And how's that? Is that a friend? Is that really a friend? Someone who waits in the wings to wait until you're at your weakest point, so he can come in and start causing shit to shoehorn you away from the rest of your friends, so he can make you into door-shin. And last night I just quickly checked on Ricardo's, and that's what's happened in it. It was just evil and door-shin and Ricardo, and a very happy sounding thin skinny spider sat in the middle of his greasy little web. On this case, all these fucking, it's just literally making a space for himself because he's threatened by everybody. He doesn't know how to do this. That's why I know they boot that fucker out of Brazil. No fucker wants him on their fucking gross domestic product, I'll tell you that. And they fucking palmed him off on you lot. They're like, fuck this. We'll send him over with the fucking chemical waste. Send him over on the fucking ship, and we'll dump him on someone else's fucking shores. Take him in with them fucking barrels of nuclear waste that we don't want. thought they were going to shut me up as well. Ha 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 ha! How interesting! That ain't going to happen, is it? Eh? No way. I mean, I was just going to fucking silent it all out because I was like, you guys ain't got fuck all without me. And then when I saw they were making lies up about me anyway, I was like, oh, fuck it. I may as well have the fun. May as well get the benefit. Every other fucker's getting the benefit. Why shouldn't I? Just because I've got integrity. Fuck off. Nah. Integrity. I'm no pussy. I'm spade a spade. I'm no political fucking mover and shaker because I'm outside of it. Nothing I do has any impact. If I'm honest or any of my actions make no reflection on how I'm treated or anything, so it makes no odds to me. Luckily for you guys, I do have some integrity, so I'm not just going to be a twat. But I'm used as a twat. I'm treated as a twat whether I am or not. Just because I'm a terrible, disgusting British woman. That pissed me off. That was just he would never been like that ever with me, and he decided to just flip and change and you a British woman, just like some randomo who just stood up, like standing and stressing him out and being like this fucking pestering thing when it couldn't have been further from the fucking truth, mate. Couldn't have been further from the truth. But hey, it was an easy lie that Ricardo had given him. He was just like, let me show you the world. And Eva went for it. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's always on this bit. Oh, Lewis. We thought I would turn on them, yeah. Yeah, indeed, and that's why I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to sit back and laugh. I really was, because it's like you're literally counting it down, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How long is it going to last? Do you know what I mean? I think he'll try and keep evil for a long time. To be fair, it'll be very interesting to see what games he plays. But now I've put the observation on the experiment, so it will change as a result. I think possibly not. So I wasn't actually going to say anything because of that exact reason. Off count, I knew I was going to win and they were going to lose because they just lost. They just massively lost. I also knew I was going to win because I didn't have to fart around fighting that battle anymore because they were just as bad as them. So I was free then. I'll always fight against Dean because he's just disgusting. But like the rest of them, it's like fine, whatever. Like you can be as disgusting as you want because those guys are. And I was standing up for those guys. So, and that's what I get as a result. That's what I get in return. So yeah, like I'm open. I'm just a neutral now, neutral to everybody. I hate everybody equally. So there you go. That's what's happened there. So I wasn't actually going to say anything, but yeah, like I say, when they started making shit up, I was like, oh man, like as if I'm not going to fucking say something about that. Like D Reed making shit because he thinks he can get away with it. Scared ass little fucking D Reed who's been hiding all this time. He thinks he's got fucking some chance of something because it's a weak woman and that. It just shows all these people for who they are. He's just like fucking heavy metal gamer. So yeah, D Reed's missus is going to be getting an email with a clip of that stream on it. So I hope he's looking forward to that. Because I've got her number, pal. Oh, Mrs. Reed. Oh, Mrs. Reed. Do you know what your fella does on the internet? Oh, Mrs. Reed. Oh, Mrs. Reed. You will find out what he does on the internet. Oh, Mrs. Reed. Wait till you read what has happened on the internet with Donald Reed, Mrs. Reed. Or maybe not. I don't know, mate. I've just heard that he's been saying all sorts about me. You know, you can imagine what he's been saying. I don't even care because they were all at it. It's nothing particular, Volp. It's not about that. It's about fucking weak ass bastards who haven't got the time to have any interaction with me the rest of the time. But when someone else, someone as weak as Ricardo, has warmed it up for them, they are in it like a shot. Now that is pathetic. Yeah, that is just shit trolling as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I can even accept quite a level of shit if you're going to masquerade it in trolling form. But when it's blatantly obvious that it's not, that it's someone else's agenda, like in Ricardo's case, like in Evil's case, it's definitely not just trolling. Because, like I say, like, why kick off so much about me saying something about Ricardo? If it was true, which it wasn't, it was a full-on lie, which I still can't believe that. I believe the form that the lie took. I can believe that Ricardo's lied, but I cannot believe the form that lie took. That's like something out of a fucking film. That's like literally what struggle won't, and he did that, and that is unbelievable. I did not expect that. Did not expect something face lie, and it worked. Do you know what I mean? It worked for him. Like, nobody checked it out. This is fucking. Can you believe it? We always used to ask people to with his like lie, and then you've got all your secondary fucking scum suckers like D-Reed, all them lot who's with it. Like, they don't even know what's going on. So pathetic, absolutely desperate to be relevant. Absolutely desperate. Pathetic. Because when he buys all that shit, all these fucking subs and everything, then what? What are you going to do then? Run out then, do you? Run out, fucking poor woman on her own, being attacked by idiots, and you don't even know why. By the biggest Darius supporter going, and you obviously didn't realise that, did you? You knob sack.
Knob sack. Sorry, I have to repeat that because it sounds good.
Knob sack. Just doing it to get fucking favour from Dean. What is it with you guys? Just going after men on the internet, trying to just like impress these idiots on the internet. What is it with you guys? It's pathetic, man. Well, if I wasn't here, you'd be doing it to each other. And I really did think this place was pathetic. Yeah, there was aspects of it that was, and it popped off against other things which made it fun and cool. But obviously those things have been degraded over time, and that's what I'm trying to fight against because of Dean. But still, that's still pathetic. That's still fucking pathetic. I will get past people. Dick, isn't it? Like, I've got to go all the way back. My thumbnails again. We get another use out of those. Oh, for fuck's sake.
What's with the chick riding the bird?
She's Legs Akimbo. Legs Akimbo Theatre Company.
Oh, yeah.
She's my opponent. See, so you get like a little opponent on every level, and I got to the point, I wasn't doing it at this point, of picking people who they reminded me of, and the gorgeous Harpy reminded Red Bull of you. So that's you ended up as the gorgeous Harpy.
Harpy?
Gorgeous. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Oh, shut up, Bolt, you idiot. I'm not even smoking a cigarette, you idiot. I'm eating shortbread. I'm eating shortbread today, mate. I'm not even smoking. Come here. Shortbread, mate. Might end up putting weight on. Might end up being a fat bastard. You know. Get me on that one, maybe. I'm not quite a fat bastard yet. You know. Might end up one. Get me on that one instead. Like I did with Rhea, which was out of order. She didn't do anything wrong. Again, we all just lost out on that bit of variation, that bit of content. You know, what's wrong with you? All because you wanted to lie on the internet to some guys to rub your fucking leather jackets up against them because you're pretending that you're not gay when you are. Simple as that. Mosh pit fucking gay lords, that's what you lot are. Get cop a quick feel while you're in there, innit, eh? Feel Dean's premium burger while you're in the scrum.
Excuse me.
You can in there.
I don't know who that is. Who's Rhea?
Oh, yeah, Rhea. She was another lady. She was another person. She was from the Amico days. She was.
How the hell do you use the community to boost your work career? How does that work?
I don't know. Tell me how to do it. She wants in on that one. Oh,
I don't know. Like, so I don't know who this person is.
Share the.
I don't know how that's possible. That's all.
Yeah, she joined our community to promote her work, right? Apparently, that's the story. Still not. She didn't do anything wrong though, did she? She wasn't hurting anyone. So did Francois.
I don't see there's anything wrong with that, but I just don't see how. I mean, it depends unless she's like an online.
So did fucking Dean. So did fucking Dean, but not because fucking YouTube's his line.
I mean, I'm guessing she's not a real estate agent.
So did the Dean, and that's what I've been fighting against. At least Ray was open about it. Fucking hell, what the hell did she do to deserve that? And just because she was a woman, all of them fuckers have did exactly the same shit. And fuck that. The only thing that I ever heard that she did ever was like, she was a bit happy clappy and shadow banning you at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So that didn't go down well with many people because it's a bit unreal and a bit fake and just being all friendly and everything, but just like shadow banning people.
Well, shadow banning people. Okay.
So she got a bit of shit for that. You know what I mean? It's like you don't come into this sort of place, disrespect the trolls by doing that and acting all like, you know, fake, because they'll show you, they will teach you a lesson, which is what happened. But I do think it was out of order. I think it was inappropriately for the crime. It wasn't appropriate for the crime. Same as what happened with me, you see. And then they got some photo of her when she was like a bit larger. That was it. And she wasn't even that big in the photo. And they just ripped her to shit. And she had to leave, right? And the thing is, it's like, yeah, okay, so we lost out on someone who might be shadow banning. But we just lost out on a whole section of content.
There's no need for that, though, is there?
A whole group of people who were into her stuff.
If
we lost out on
anything, like, there's no need to bully people about fucking what they look like.
No, oh man. Yeah, well, that's a different kettle of fish because we're in a different place here about that sort of thing. The standards are slightly different on that scale here, but still, even within, this is what people don't get. They try and explain to me that I'm in a troll place and that these people aren't nice. And you're like, yeah, I know. I'm talking about within these standards that we've all set and agreed as a community pretty much over time. And then you get a psychopath coming in who pushes boundaries. Fair enough. We can deal with that, but not with you fucking sheep bastards who just want to just fucking do everything he says. So we've got a fucking psychopath pushing boundaries and then these idiots just fucking going for it. Oh, right, that's it. I give up. Yeah, at the end of the day, compared to everyone else, it was nothing involved. That's nothing. And like I said, like what wrong to deserve what I got compared to Murray getting the fucking hero's welcome. Fucking Murray. You know what I mean? So anyway, how long have I been going?
3 hours.
I've been going far too long. 3 hours. 3 hours. Okay, I'm gonna go. But Lima, if you fancy a chat afterwards, we can keep chatting if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
The next one.
And when I'm back from Mexico, I'll come down to Leicester.
What was the other one? It was Bolton, wasn't it? I think it was
Bolton, Brighton.
Thingy one thought I was in. Was it Bolt? Bolt, if you want to put this down, where does Lima come from and where do I come from?
Well,
I'm trying to put it down, and he tried to pin.
I come from more than one place though, so that's.
Well, this is it.
I know.
We're going to talk about. We were going to do a narcissism stream at some point. We're going to try and plan that. We're going to do. I mean, we were talking about doing some screenings of some. And then regarding just random streams like this, it'll probably just be on a daily basis until I finish Fiber Twig. Daily, unless something comes up. Weekends aren't good for me though, so I probably won't be doing anything over the weekend apart from Sunday. We'll come down on Sunday. I'll very much appreciate your input, and we're going to just kill them. We're going to kill them on that panel. I want everybody to come, and it's going to be a fucking free-for-all. But, I mean, obviously, they've found better places to go now, haven't they? Because what happened was they couldn't stand the fact that that was happening on my channel. And this is what had a big impact on this happening and the timing of this. They had to shut me down. And that's why Ricardo was so gleeful on that night, because he wanted Slotham's energy. And let that sink in for a minute. This is one of Slotham's biggest detractors. Over people to try and get Slotham's energy. So there's a mark of respect from Ricardo from there. So yeah. I'll see you all next time for some Fiber Twig and tomorrow. All right, everybody. See you later.